Oh, thanks, Garrett.
Thanks for letting us know the show started.
Talking about the movie.
I was wondering when you were talking about the trailer started.
We got F's in the chat. We got F's in the chat.
Were you
Maybe
delayed?
it's probably because we were just silent.
Yeah, because it was just silent for a little while.
Well, because our producer didn't say, "Hey, the show's starting. I'm starting the credits."
It was like he's like, Gary?
I'm all, yeah.
Where am I?
I was just about to drop this. I was just about to drop an N-bomb and shit. We try to get him out of our system before the show starts.
After my theatrical experience, I should be allowed to drop one. That's how it works.
Welcome to Friday Night Tights, everybody. We made it. What a week. What a week it has been. Fantastic Four flopped. Yes, it did. It flopped. Yep. Disney admitted another movie flopped. Well, actually, a couple movies, and it took away from the profit of their profitable movie. And we'll get to that. What was that? Muhammad? Did you say Muhammad?
Profit. Sorry, wrong profit. Wrong profit.
Yeah, that's just like that's second nature if you live in the UK in 2025.
Popular name over there these days, isn't it?
Looking forward to the Muhammad musical coming up.
That'll be good.
Ends with a bang.
Yeah.
It does.
It's more like a knife stab, but okay.
With a 9-year-old? Or
wow, you went dark on that one. Jesus. Wow. What else we got? Oh, there's something else in the news. I can't remember. Oh, Gina Carano. Gina Carano. There's a Disney settlement. Some people are upset, but we'll talk about that because just like with the Epstein list, we weren't going to get Disney Discovery. It was not going to happen. They were not going to allow that to happen in any way, shape, or form. But we'll get into it. Welcome to Epic Mike returns.
Yeah. All the comments. Oh, they brought that black guy back again. Why doesn't he comb his hair? I get it, man.
Is it our job to comb his hair?
you can't comb black hair.
It's in his contract.
You got to pick it.
You can't touch it.
Yeah.
They just get stuck.
It's got to be picked.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to pick it. Yeah, or brush it, or just shave it too. But I'm not going to do that. So.
Yeah.
Right.
Got to be careful. Audience might get Epic Mike fatigue, you know.
Yeah.
Wow.
It won't take long. Yeah.
So
I'd be sick of it too.
what business do we have to do today?
Geek grind.
Thank you.
Geek grind.
Thank you. I have
You're
to.
not wearing a jacket today.
Yeah, we were talking about this a little bit before the show, but Mike, I got a problem, and I feel like you're the best qualified on this stream to address it.
Okay, see you in a few minutes, chat.
I went to go see right after Geeks and Gamers Daily. I went to go see Weapons.
Yep.
And I don't know what was going on. I go to this theater quite often.
Mm-hmm.
There was a lot of black people in the theater, which is fine. But
No,
specifically
not
the
really.
ones that I was sitting by, I don't know if it was just not my day or whatever.
Yeah.
Loud as shit the entire fucking time. One of them, and the sound was a little soft in my theater, which didn't help things. So every time this fat piece of lard, like next to me, every time he moved, his chair was squeaking. He was chomping popcorn through the entire thing, just annoying. But more than that, like I could hear his diabetic breathing. Like he was breathing loud throughout the entire fucking thing.
Yeah. Hot
That was
breathers.
one thing.
Yeah.
Then the group on the other side of me, they were talking and laughing throughout the entire thing, and their phones kept going off. And then when they answered their phones, they wouldn't even get out of the theater. They keep talking as they were leaving the fucking theater.
Yeah.
How can we fix this? Is
Is there a solution to this?
I don't think there is.
It's called streaming and pay-per-view. That's
Oh,
what
yeah.
it is.
Yeah, that's the solution. That was what I was going to say.
isolation.
Yeah. I wasn't going to say maybe, Carnival Cruising's ease up a little bit, and we need to.
Yeah, I blame Carnival Cruise.
Yeah, this is Carnival Cruise's
I think
fault.
if they roll back their rules, you won't have this problem.
We finally got them on boats again, and then you changed the rules on us. So
Keep talking. Keep talking.
Right? This is a true story. There was a guy, this was years ago. This is a ongoing problem. Back in the day, I knew somebody who went to go see the movie Pretty Woman, and straight up, they went and saw Pretty Woman, and there was a group of black dudes in the back that were watching it, and he goes, "That's weird. Why are they here?" And partway through the movie, when Julia Roberts does her reveal, where she like goes back to the store and tells them, "You really missed out" and stuff, one of them stood up and fired his gun in the air during the production. This is a real thing that happened. And then they sat down and pretended they didn't do it. Obviously, the cops were called, and the guy didn't get to finish his movie. But yeah, so it's
what, because they shot him dead?
No,
Man doesn't finish movie because of white supremacy.
It was the 90s. They beat him.
yeah, back in the 90s, they didn't shoot you; they just beat you.
Yeah,
okay.
they got knife
badly.
sticks.
R.I.P.
Yeah.
Rodney King.
Yeah.
It's like the fat fuck breathing really pissed me off, dude. Like,
Yeah.
All right, I'll move the microphone for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
if you can't, if you can't
Put it in a
breathe,
private chat like a fucking normal person.
if you can't breathe without everything sounding like a death rattle of an accordion or whatever, like you should not be in public.
No.
Bottom line, you should
Ryan,
Now
the
I
good,
wonder if the guy was on like hospice.
Ryan, the good
his
news-
last wish was to
I
go
can't
see a
breathe.
movie.
the good news is, Ryan,
And Ryan's
that
looking over there like, ugh.
Ryan, the good news is he won't be in public very long with breathing like that.
yeah. Maybe they thought it was a Jordan Peele movie. I don't know why they were there. At the end, I just wanted them all to get out. So.
I saw what you did there.
What you did there?
Well,
That's good.
no white person's taking that body.
All right, on that note, let's transition into coffee, because coffee's dark. Right?
But just about like Ryan said.
Dark roast. We can talk about some dark roast.
Black Talk is having a field day today. Yeah.
I was gone. I was gone for a week. It's all. There's a lot of pent up shit.
Yeah.
in this.
Don't forget to check out our Ironheart reviews, okay? Okay, everyone. Let me take a moment to share something we're super excited about. Our newest Nerdrotic coffee, crafted with our coffee farm partners at Geek Grind Coffee down in Colombia. And all they make is coffee, nothing else, okay? This is the freshest, most epic, Mike, brew that you may ever taste. We're talking about hand-harvested beans dried in the sun. Then roasted, I was going to make a joke there and I won't. Then roasted one batch at a time by a Midwest-based family-run company. Coffee so fresh, it might still be warm when it arrives to your door. There are many blends to explore, including the all-hail medium roast, smooth, easy drinking, and a perfect for any quest. Then there's the Feathers of Liberty vanilla flavor for all you white folk, with that sweet, creamy kick to fuel your freedom-loving vibes. And, of course, there's the OG Friday Night Tights Dark Roast blend, which would probably be this show. Rich, intense, ready to keep you hyped for the late-night streams. Plus, a dedicated espresso roast is coming soon. Hell yeah, espresso. So watch for updates. Grab all these legendary roasts now at www.geekgrind.com with code NERDROTIC10 for 10% off. This coffee will change your game. I guarantee it. And here's the link. The link will be in the chat. The link will be in the
Those
chat.
mugs, too.
Those mugs.
Beautiful.
Hell yeah. So Geek Grind's back. We've been working on some stuff. We're going to have our own like dedicated website and everything. It's going to be cool. And then you can all be all jacked up on coffee, especially you guys in the UK who complain the show goes a little bit too late. I'm just going to say, drink some coffee. Don't be a pussy. That's going to be our
give up on
tagline.
tea, start drinking coffee. You'll be just fine.
Stop drinking your
Better than
tea.
It's worse than you think.
Stop
And it
drinking
was.
your tea. I microwave some tea.
Oh, go fuck
This
yourself. I'm leaving at 3 hours on the dot.
I'd prefer you drink coffee than do that.
Yeah, well, I was sick, so, that's the only reason I drink.
Yeah,
That's
you are
why.
sick.
That is the only justification for drinking tea.
Thank you,
ever.
Ryan.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Throw it in the microwave for about
I'm sure
2
Az
minutes.
has had a couple sore throats. You know what I mean? I'm sure that helps him. So.
Ryan, the only time I've seen my fucking mouth being face fucked is by you.
Is that a comeback?
Apparently it wasn't on his back.
Why are you gay?
That's
When
gay.
you had, look, okay, might sound gay. Two men,
But
one face fucking the
Don't
other.
mind about it, buddy.
But at the meetup, when I had the face things, the Ryan was fucking.
That's crazy, man.
Hey, Alex, you're gay. Well, yeah, but I sucked your dick.
It's like that clip.
The only man I'm fucking is you. And you're like, okay.
It's not gay if you're giving it or taking it.
If a man sucking in a man's dick is gay, then whatever. I'm gay. Then I guess.
that means you're gay.
Okay, you got me.
This is your Mudahar moment.
Fucking straight boy.
Oh no.
I only like vagina. Well, fucking whatever.
Okay, I did not expect
That was the start.
poor Geek Grind.
I know
Anyone would appreciate it.
They knew what the,
As soon
yeah.
as you started
They
reading
would
their
appreciate
advert,
it.
it was poor geek guy Gary.
They knew what they were getting into. There's a joke there too that we won't make. So what do you want to start with? Let's start with the big news
I think we should.
with Gina Carano. Hit yesterday afternoon. Gina put up a tweet that said, "The truth shall set you free." So I figured something from the lawsuit was about to be announced. I wasn't sure what. And it turns out it is a settlement. It is a settlement. And deadline, and it really depends on your perspective of this is a win. It's an absolutely, is it the biggest of wins? Is it an absolute complete victory? Did we get discovery? Are we going to read Kathleen Kennedy's emails? No. But Disney,
But she made the king bleed.
she made the king bleed. And that's pretty much all you were going to get. And we'll get into the, like, how realistic it was to take on Disney, even with Elon's lawyers. I was hoping for all this shit. You know, I wanted Kathleen Kennedy to be on her fucking knees, apologizing to her, apologizing to fans, and then quitting. That's what I wanted. But, you know, I always
Pretty
get
sure
what we
that's why
want.
she's had a job as long as she has.
Yep.
So.
And there's some stuff that I feel like would be a little bit like the idea of getting complete unfettered access to all the financial documents, and like there's a lot of things like that that even if found in discovery we'd never have gotten to see publicly.
No.
However, like you said, Gary, the idea of getting to know a little bit more behind the scenes about what happened in the aftermath of this, who said what, who ordered what, other people's roles in this stuff, I think that's what a lot of us wanted to see.
Yes.
And yeah, on one hand, look, I feel awesome for Gina because this has been 4 years of her life since this happened. I think she's very happy with everything that's come down. At the same time, I want to see Disney fucking burn.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So that's how I feel about this thing. And it is wild because every single person in the mainstream, every person at Disney, all the Disney fans, all of them said this thing never had a chance. It was going to get dismissed. They'll never see the light of day. They'll never get to court. They're never going to pay her a dime. This is completely and totally justified. Obviously not the case. But I do think Disney's getting off a little easy with being able to put out a 3-sentence statement after completely destroying someone's life.
Yeah.
And
apology.
putting
no
out
apology.
and then putting out a 3-sentence statement, which is like, hey, she's an awesome person. She's really good to everybody. We've settled this thing and we look forward to possibly working with her in the future. A complete 180 from what you've said about her, even in recently as 2024 in court documents. But like, as somebody who, you know, has gotten to know her a little bit, I'm happy for her.
Yeah.
I wish we would have got to see Disney burn a little bit more.
So,
I do too. I would have liked to have seen Pablo Hidalgo get fired. I would like to see some of the names of the people who conspired behind her. We know some names though. Pablo Hidalgo was behind, was liking and retweeting counts that were against her. There was other parties involved that were starting GoFundMe's for trans organizations and shit. Their fucking names are out there. So I mean, they should all be fired. They're going to end up getting fired eventually because Disney Star Wars is like, it's never going to be better. It's never going to be okay. Disney Star Wars will never reach the heights it had before. That's never, ever going to happen. And if anybody's holding out hope, sorry to blackpill you, but there's also reality, right? So you can't even argue. It started going way downhill. It was going downhill already, but they had a little bit of a chance with The Mandalorian. And then they fired Gina Carano, and it has not recovered. It has not recovered. It has gotten so much worse. I don't give a shit about Andor. The few people who watched Andor liked it. Didn't get watched by that many people. And Tony Gilroy's not. What was that?
I didn't like Andor.
Well, a lot of people did.
And even
but
like
it doesn't change anything.
That tweet about Andor that's making the rounds, talking about how its viewership increased 40% from the end of season 1 to season 2. There's a little bit of caveat in there. People are celebrating that. There's a little caveat. They released 3 hours worth of episodes for the finale of season 2 as compared to the 1 hour at the end of season 1. So in reality, the viewership actually decreased.
Yeah.
Like the amount of people watching.
Also, like 40% from what? I mean, it's like if you're starting off from a low number and you're increasing 40%, it's like, okay, is it really all that great?
That's what Disney does. It lies. It constantly lies. Even this statement where they put it out, everybody she worked with loved her. No, they didn't. This is why we're having this issue. They all conspired and got together and said, she's an evil bigot for what she's putting up. They didn't. But they're trying to,
and the whole point
is,
is,
if they did, and they're actually the good guys in it. Like, fuck you.
This is really the way Gina Carano pile drives Disney over Mandalorian firing with settlement and job offers. Now, again, it depends on which side you're looking at it, because Blue Sky and Reddit are fucking melting down over this. As Ryan said, even with Elon's lawyers, nobody thought this thing had a chance. And it's not like Disney's a small organization. They're pretty fucking big. They have powerful lawyers too. And they could have dragged this out forever. But it was a black eye. It made them look really bad to their investors. And now it's making them look bad to the people that they tried to capitulate, that new fandom, that modern audience, guys, turns on them just like that. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that weird?
But if you are looking at this from Gina's perspective as well, if you want to continue in the industry, having Disney against you, a massive company, is not good. So if you can get the perception out there that everything's put under the water under the bridge now, you can move on, you can get more jobs. And there was a John Travolta film, a civil action based on a true story. And in that, there's always been a line I remember, which was the point of every lawsuit is to settle. Because you just waste tons of money, you don't get much more from the start, and quite often you get the best deal for yourself settling in the first place.
Well,
so nobody wants to drag things on for years.
Just on that note, isn't there like a legal thing in regards to settlement? If they offer you something that either equals or exceeds what you're seeking in damages and you turn it down, doesn't that reflect really badly if it goes to court?
Probably. I think it would. I mean, I don't know for sure. I am not a lawyer. I've talked to a lot of lawyers, but I'm not a lawyer.
Well, and the thing is, like, the last thing Disney wants is for stuff to get public. Their reputation is more valuable to them than money. And I work with a guy who actually has sued Disney before and been against them, and he told me at the very beginning, he goes, they're very nasty, they're very litigious, they know how the law works, they have an entire team of lawyers. The dude was saying that when he was going to court with them, one of the things they kept doing is filing extensions and, saying, oh, we need time to prepare this, time to prepare that. They also hired private investigators to show up and dig through the guy's trash to find dirt on the guy. They legitimately, like, all kinds of crazy stuff. They're like talking to him about his family and asking him questions about his family that he didn't know they knew he had. Like, those guys are like, this company is disgusting. And, I don't blame Gina for not wanting to deal with this much longer, because they could have dragged this out for a very, very long time, could have been very nasty, and then both sides walk away bloodied and unhappy, and cool, we get to see maybe some things that are going on behind the scenes. Guess what? We already know Disney's corrupt. They're not going to get in trouble for anything that they have going on, even if it is public, but giving them a solid black eye right in front of everyone and having to eat crow about the fact that, guess what, that we fired this woman and she came back and she clapped back at us. I think that's a huge win for her, and I think it's a win for us. You know.
Also, think about how much money is in that settlement. Like I'm expecting
Oh, she's the highest paid Star Wars actor in the history of time, including Alec Guinness. And so here we go. Updated with a statement from Gina, by the way. Ahead of the September trial date, Disney and Gina Carano have put down their lightsabers over the former MMA. I'm glad they edited this article, by the way, Garrett, because the one I read last night was fucking. They called her Gina Carani.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Gina Carani. Okay, and Gina Carano put down their lightsabers over the former MMA fighter's more than year-long discrimination lawsuit over her 2021 firing. It has been a long time. From The Mandalorian over political postings. In a joint filing today in federal court, I don't want to read it, the ex-Star Wars series star, and I love how they really had to squeeze in Bob Iger and Elon Musk's name in this sentence, so they did some gymnastics here. The ex-Star Wars series star and the Bob Iger-run conglomerate asked for the Elon Musk-backed legal action to be dismissed. Woo.
Oh, look, there's an M-dash.
Yeah.
Search terms.
SEO. Oh yeah, what's this?
Oh, that's AI right there.
AI.
I never saw these until AI popped around.
Yeah.
With the company clearly on bended knee. Bended knee. Yeah. I'm not going to read this part because it's legal
that's
mumbo jumbo. Yeah.
Legalese.
It's legalese.
It's just saying, hey, both parties have agreed to drop this lawsuit with prejudice because there's a settlement.
Yep. A judge will have to sign off on the request, but this is a de facto done and dusted in, hey, Ryan, a galaxy far, far away. And here at home with a distinct win for the openly conservative Carano. Fucking fuck off.
That's
deadline.
Add that in there.
Had to get it in there.
Do you do that for every other celebrity that's openly leftist?
Where's the
Like,
openly communist
liberal.
Patrick Stewart?
Openly leftist.
You know?
Yeah.
They would be
do that
proud
for
of that,
Pedro.
though.
Openly communist Pedro Pascal.
Pedro Pascal, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, his commie family had to flee a dictator
from Chile.
from Chile. While no specific details.
Wasn't his dad up to some right fucking dirty dealings?
So I've heard.
Yeah. And his brother thinks he's a girl. While no specific details on the settlement have been revealed, like whether she's getting her rebel shock trooper Cara Dune role back as a desire or any of the millions in damages she was seeking, Disney and Carano clearly are back in business. To that, a source close to Carano told me that she is happy with how things were dealt with. And that's ultimately all that mattered. It was her lawsuit. It was, Elon helped out. And again, we'll get into like how long this thing could have gone, which is a long time. Online earlier today, a deft Carano posted something cryptically at the time with a scattering of emojis that says, "And the truth shall set you free." That's 2 emojis. I don't think it's a scattering.
Scattering?
Yeah.
No, it's
I would
written by
also say-
AI. So
I would
okay.
say smattering if I was
Smattering.
writing this article, and that's what I meant. But
Gotcha.
That's just how Gino tweets.
not a scattering.
Not a scattering, a smattering. A splooging?
A dapple?
A dabble? Yeah.
Dapple.
Hoping this brings some healing to the force, she later put out a full statement thanking Musk, a man I've never met who did this good Samaritan deed for me in funding my lawsuit. Carano added, "I am excited to flip the page and move on to the next chapter. My desires remain in the arts, which is where I hope you will join me." Read Carano's full statement, which you can read on Twitter. On the other side, in the era of knee bending and ring kissing in the face of MAGA forces.
Jeez,
my
bro.
God.
It's it's not ring kissing. It's failing. You've been failing. It's finally come to force now. Now you have to actually fire things and cancel things. You're failing. It's
Let's
not
address that
knee
for a
bending.
moment, shall we? Because
what the fuck's this got to do with MAGA?
okay,
Nothing.
Nothing.
that's
What they're saying
it's
is
mega
hey, they just
adjacent,
settled a lawsuit with Trump that was bad PR, and now they're trying to settle another one that they think is bad PR.
No, they're
Yeah,
trying to.
otherwise
They're,
they're
no,
fucked in the ass if they
Connecting it
do
to
so.
the Stephen
as they
Colbert
are,
and all
the
that
woke
stuff.
people are shaming themselves right now. They're trying to shame people into capitulation and shame the corporations into capitulation because they clearly know they have lost. The woke have lost in Hollywood. The culture has shifted, and MAGA did have something to do with it. That cultural change came at the election, and that's where it was undeniable to them. And the corporations couldn't buy in to this bullshit, or at least play like they're not buying in. What the fuck was that?
It's a puppy.
Sorry, that was my dog.
Yeah.
That was my house.
Play. They can play into. Yeah, I thought it was a queef or something.
My dog is very.
That would be impressively
You can't
loud.
do that on command.
Yeah, exactly. Where was I? Okay, so the corporations, the DEI trip has failed. Now they're going to go and rename it, and it's not going to go away. We've already talked about that, but the culture has shifted. They have clearly failed, and they have recognized it has hurt them financially. So some of them are going to stick their tail between their legs and try to make stuff for everybody, but it's not going to be everything we want. Okay, sometimes it's going to be done very badly, but we've seen evidence of it. They're cutting woke shit out of movies. They're cutting woke shit out of TV shows. They did fire Colbert, and I went over. There was a tweet of all the list of things that's happened since Trump has begun. Like NPR's defunded, PBS defunded. There's been a lot of fucking wins. Joy Reid gone, and these are people who should have been gone years ago. And they were propped up by this bullshit. Is it USAID money? Is it investor money? Is it BlackRock? I don't fucking know. Probably yes. To answer all of it, probably yes. But MAGA did help that culture push. But that culture was going that way anyway. It was already going that way.
It was already failing. That's why we're just seeing the fruits of their labors. It's them failing.
Think about where we would be if Kamala had won. They would have just gone crazy. And woke stuff would have been splurged everywhere.
Well,
G20.
Shad, G20. It would all be G20. No, Shad, that did happen because the culture was shifting in 2019. It was, and it completely reset when Biden won the presidency. It just everything rolled right fucking back, and that's why. And it turns. I remember telling Jeremy this a long time after Biden won. I said, hey, if we survive the next 4 years, it'll be the greatest thing for our culture because they're going to see those policies on display. They're going to overplay their hand. And that's exactly what they fucking did. Yep. And they brought on their own destruction. So, a lot of consequences, and the fight ain't over yet. But this is a result. This is another result of this. This is the biggest win of all. No, of course not. But, I mean, we got to take the little victories, too, because we used to have none. We used to have zero victories. None.
Do we know about this job offer? Like any rumor or speculation?
Literally all we know is what is in the statement, which Gary will get to. So it's all just speculation based on the 3 sentences that are in here.
Most of it we probably will never know.
Yeah,
we could certainly get into our speculation in a moment. The House of Mouth, The House of Mouth.
The House of Mouth.
We're talking about ass again.
Back to ass.
Meanwhile, back at the face fucking.
The House of Mouse once again today adopted that trying to please red state. Oh, they changed this, Garrett. That's not what they said. They didn't say red state. They added red state since last night. I have the screen grab in Nerdrotic Daily of the original. Now it might not have this part in it, but I have some of the old the before they edited it because I knew they would edit it. So this is different. The House of Mouse once again today adopted that trying to please red state tone it has been putting out there since Donald Trump took back the White House last November. A tone that was reinforced late in 2024 when Disney paid the then POTUS-elect $15 million to settle another lawsuit in what is still widely seen as a shakedown capitulation.
So here's the screenshot you got. It's from the same.
Yeah, there's Karani right there. Okay, so they missed the space. It says clearly Disney and Karani are back in business. So while there are no specific details of settlement revealed, like this getting a rebel shock trooper car, on the other hand, in this era of bending the knee in the face of MAGA forces, the House of Mouse once again today adopted the trying to please tone it has been putting out there since. So they added red state to that. Yes,
so they added. Trying to please red state tone.
Some AI editor came and got to the AI program and said, we need another hyperlink in there, another keyword. Today,
it's not just that. It's if it was trying to please tone, you'd be like, "What's wrong with that? You're an entertainment company. You're meant to please people."
Exactly. They have to put a caveat. But yeah, because if you take that away, what you get is company tries to please people so that they go view product.
Yeah.
And that's ultimately what you want at the end of the day. But the fucking retards like this, and fucking your country is absolutely just full of it. Every country is full of it at the minute. It's just so they just want to play division politics. They just want to divide people at all costs. Even if somebody went and bought a packet of fucking Smarties or Skittles or a Snickers or something, there'll be a bunch of people going, oh, well, if you're getting a Snickers, then you're fucking this and that. What you need to be getting is you need to be getting a fucking Mars bar or something. They want to play division with every single
Mars is better
thing.
than Snickers.
If you buy a packet of Smarties, you're a fucking retard. Like,
No, but
as an
genuinely,
adult,
That shit's
That
free.
But they're
genuinely
called
happened.
Smarties, Ryan.
No, but
When I
that's
was a
genu-
kid, I thought it would
that's the
make me
biggest dog
smarter.
shit ever. I used to fucking hate when I got
just
Smarties at
proving my point
Halloween. All
right
those
here.
powders.
Well, no, that genuinely happened because Skittles released a product without any of the colors for a
Yes.
certain day, and people said
Oh,
it was
yeah.
anti-LGBT because they removed the rainbow.
We removed the rainbow because the
And
rainbow
now RFK
belongs
is going to
these-
remove all the colors. He's going to
Yeah.
remove all the rainbows.
This is going too
And it was
far,
just
man.
pure
Like,
white.
That is going too far. I want my red dye number 7. And if I die of red dye number 7, then oh well. That's what I die
can we
of.
stop pretending
Let
that
it
people are
be.
getting tricked into thinking Skittles are healthy for you? Like, what the fuck are you doing?
So,
Stop it with this
so
shit.
today Disney tried to make it a little bit more dignified. And I want to preface this by stating we never get statements like this from companies when they're being sued by, I mean, we wouldn't get a statement like this if fucking Robert De Niro sued Disney. Or George Clooney, or like A-list or former A-list. George Clooney's not a movie star, so that's a bad example. But you know what I mean. If Tom Cruise, we wouldn't get statements like this at all. And we got one from Gina Carano, who was a side character, a very popular one in Mandalorian. So
They must have been getting their asses handed to them, and they knew that they were going to
They
lose
were-
royally.
Yeah. So they tried to make it more dignified. The Walt Disney Company and Lucasfilm are pleased to announce that we have reached an agreement with Gina Carano to resolve the issues. Oh, they were just issues. They were just issues.
Simple
in her
issues.
pending lawsuit against the companies. And that was 3 of them, by the way. A spokesperson said Thursday, Miss Carano was always well respected by her directors, co-stars, and staff. Where?
Also,
Paul
no producers,
Hidalgo?
If she was well respected.
no producers are mentioned, and none of the higher ups are mentioned.
No,
so.
no.
Right. Executives?
And she worked hard to perfect her craft while treating her colleagues with kindness and respect.
Yeah, she did. And do you know what happened? Fucking Pedro Pascal bullied her on Twitter to put fucking pronouns in her bio. And because he's got such a fanatical following of mentally ill spastics, then she just put the beatbot boob, and that's created the whole fucking thing. And there, the rest is fucking history.
Yeah, he definitely-
Pedro Pascal can sit on a big fucking fat dildo, which he most likely does.
He's probably
most
doing it right
weekdays
now.
And weekends.
No, he was definitely.
Has
He
he
was.
ever been to the WNBA?
He's been throwing him at
Oh,
WNBA
fucking hell,
games.
dude. He's going to be a fucking
He's got extra up
seasoned-
there.
Okay, guys, can I just make something clear? They're not being thrown on the court. They're being dropped.
I mean, it's better than being squeezed.
Yeah.
Golly. Okay. Yeah, Pedro definitely exacerbated the situation. Rachel Zegler piled on too. Let's not forget old Rachel for piling on
Yeah, how'd
along
that
with
work
others.
out for her?
James Gunn, who got canceled for a far more legitimate reason, to be honest with you. It shouldn't have been canceled, but like I would say if you want to comparatively, his were a much darker. Didn't lift a finger and actually kind of piled on too. So yeah, just want to remind all the James
So what's the
Gunns
difference between
fan out there.
cancelled and consequence?
Having the right politics to Hollywood, so you won't.
I think
Get any of those
cancelled is when
consequences?
people. I think cancelled is when people go over your head to your boss and you pressure them into firing you. Whereas consequences is where your bosses take action off their own volition.
I think cancelled is when it's mostly undeserved for bland political or nonsense opinion stuff you've done in the past, right? Where people use it as a cudgel, where, like, because I don't think anyone's complaining that Harvey Weinstein got, fired for what he did. There is actually...
I
there's
do.
some
There's
terrible-
way less hot actresses nowadays, Shad. To be honest, I think it's always going to be a shifting line, and it's a matter of everyone's perspective. If you
based on
think
the
that
individual.
person deserved to get fired for that, you're going to call it consequence culture. If you think it was not justified, you're going to call it cancel culture. Like that's honestly what I think, and it's just going to be kind of mob rule determines what you feel like, what everybody ends up labeling that as.
There's fucking bad behavior that you deserve to get fired over bad behavior. You just do.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then there's like Roy Price from Amazon, who makes an off-color dick joke in a party where everybody's making jokes like that, and a bunch of women decide to use that against him to run him out of his job forever. So it depends on the individual and the individual occurrence. In case you had any doubt who was the victor here, let the last sentence of the Disney and Lucasfilm statement hit you hard. With this lawsuit concluded, we look forward to identifying opportunities to work together with Miss Carano in the near future. Boom. Well, that could be, words or wind. That's all that could be. But
but this would have been agreed with on both statements. Would have been agreed with on both sides. So even if that's just to make sure everyone knows we've cleared the air, there's no bad blood anymore, then still a win.
And we don't know what the language
statement, if ever I've heard one.
We don't know what the language, like you said, of the agreement is. There's obviously something. She's probably getting a whole lot of money. That would be my guess.
She's probably getting a shit ton of money, and who knows? Right. You haven't read the last sentence yet.
Yeah, we'll get there. That's a very different tone from last year when Disney insisted, as it had before, that the ex-martial arts fighter lost her high-profile Star Wars series gig 4 years ago because of her decision to publicly trivialize the Holocaust. These pieces of shit.
She didn't.
Not even close.
That's
Not what happened.
So they're
not even
they're technically quoting there, but
they're quoting Disney from 2024.
Yes, they are.
That's from Disney's court statements in 2024 when they were trying to get this thing dismissed.
And what's crazy is there's a lot of people trivializing the Holocaust nowadays. But by comparing criticism,
they're a bunch of Nazis. But
scroll up a little bit because I wasn't done with that sentence.
That was a hyperbole joke.
Yeah. By comparing criticism of political conservatives to the annihilation of millions of Jewish people, which she didn't do, notably not thousands, was the final straw for Disney.
Was the final solution?
She wasn't. This? Yeah, she was. Or how on February 21st.
Final straw to final solution, the Carano Disney story.
Yes.
Disney struggle.
Or how on February 21st, 2021, just after the second season of the Carano starring The Mandalorian was over on D+, Lucasfilm put out a piercing public slapdown on its relationship with the actress. Gina Carano is not currently employed by Lucasfilm, and there are no plans for her to be in the future. Nevertheless, her social media posts denigrating people based on their culture, which did not happen, and religious identities are abhorrent and unacceptable.
Did we ever find out who wrote this? Who wrote that and made that statement?
Was it just somebody from Lucasfilm made
Disney?
Yeah,
it was a statement from basically Lucasfilm PR to like the trades at the time.
So that means more than one person made that statement.
Yeah.
Doesn't that have to
would
be
have got
approved
signed
by
on.
Where are
people
they
pretty
now?
high up?
Where are they now? That's my question.
Yep. Okay, scroll down. That was really slow.
So slow. It's just silent.
Citing progressive-leaning political statements and posts from the Mandalorian-led Pedro Pascal and Luke Skywalker himself and Mandalorian Season 2 final guest Mark Hamill. No, he's kind of Mark. Luke Skinwalker. Carano's February 2024 wrongful termination and discrimination suit proclaimed that she was canned because she wouldn't back down from her conservative opinions and postings. Defendants made it clear that only one orthodoxy in thought, speech, or action was acceptable in their empire, and that those who dared to question or failed to fully comply would not be tolerated, read the jury trial-seeking complaint. And so it is with Carano. So it was with Carano. Now it's going to be a whole new matchup for the ex-UTA represented actress. Yeah, didn't her last agents fire her?
Her talent agency.
Yes, they did.
Right after this.
Yeah. The agency dropped her not long after Disney Lucasfilm did on February 21st. who truly leaned into her red state beliefs since being pink-slipped, as well as starring in Daily Wire and Breitbart Newsback projects.
Breitbart.
Oh no.
Breitbart. Brienne Bart. Because Deadline is, that's where you go for news. Deadline, the Penske-owned Deadline, that also owns Variety and Hollywood Reporter. That's a citadel of journalism.
Even
they
using
really got
AI
this thing out
they
quick.
still need to have editors.
Clearly.
Lord.
It already has been edited too. That's the funny part.
Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah.
Carano and her Musk paid for lawyers one round after round in court for the past 18 months. Will Carano be part of the California filming Mandalorian's movie? Will she get already promised roles in there's an extra space there, new Star Wars series and other full-length feature films from the franchise? Might not be the Force, might not be the way, as the Mandalorians say, but we will likely know the truth in due time.
Yeah, and
of course we are. It's called fucking time.
And the like the last sentence
Or the
of
last
Disney's statement, that talks about we look forward to possibly doing things within the future. Who knows if that's meaningful or not? Look, I'm gonna say this. Like I said, I'm really happy for Gina. She got a bunch of money after these people ruined her life. She got them to completely publicly change her tone, and obviously she's happy with it. I don't want to see her go back to Disney Star Wars because I think Disney Star Wars is absolute fucking trash. I don't think there's anything of value to be had there. I don't think she should go back. I still think there's a lot of people at this company. And you know what? Maybe not a lot of the people that she's working with on a day-to-day basis, but I think there's still a lot of people at this company that fucking hate what she thinks and what she believes and hate her. And I hope she takes this big win and doesn't go back there personally.
Yeah,
I
honestly,
agree with you.
the amount
It's
of
kind
money,
a fuck you to if she does go back.
yeah, and the amount of money that she's likely getting from this would probably be enough to like start her own production company, and that might be the way forward, right? For her is to be like, okay, let me take all this madness, all this craziness, and build something with it beautiful. She already said like she wants to do art. This would actually probably give her a good opportunity to do that.
I think they have to say that from well, I think they have to say that from a legal perspective. To make it appear like she's not blacklisted from the company and that there's potentially going to be opportunities for her. Will she ever work for them again? Highly doubt it. But I think it's legal speak to avoid further potential actions.
Maybe not Lucasfilm, but the MCU still up there.
There you go.
Gina Carano settles with Disney, will replace Pedro Pascal in all movies.
I'll take it.
She's more masculine. I mean,
Your terms are acceptable. Oh, fuck yeah.
You can kick Pedro's ass. I agree with Ryan. I think fuck Star Wars. Fuck Disney Star Wars.
Yeah.
It's trash. It's going to go right back to Filoni Star Wars after this. Yeah. They'll be lucky if Mandalorian and Grogu.
Mandalay Bay.
Just call it Mandalay Bay.
That's the Indian thing.
Mandalay Bay. And Grogu makes $600 million. Their big 50th anniversary movie is going to be like Matt Smith is great. It's good that they're making up for screwing him over Rise of Skywalker, but Star Wars: The Starfighter just doesn't sound like the movie that's going to bring everything back. And I think it's just a degraded, damaged brand like Marvel, like everything Disney touches, and it would damage her brand to go back. The only way it would be funny is if they brought back The Mandalorian and it leads with starring Gina Carano before everybody else. That would be fucking funny.
There already are some people like losing their minds, right? The pronouns and bios Disney Star Wars crowd, those people who have been cheering this on for 4 years and who said there's no chance of this ever happening. She's not going to get a dime. There's nothing to this lawsuit. They're freaking the fuck out.
Yep.
They're having meltdowns at this idea. That would be the only silver lining, like to make these people fucking cry. That would be funny.
To them, do you know what I say? Thoughts and prayers.
Thoughts and prayers.
Thoughts and prayers.
It's not a surprise, but it should be to Disney Star Wars because that's the type of audience you cultivated. You got rid of OG fans. You got rid of disrespected prequel fans. You disrespected EU fans, and you were in search of this modern audience. And guess what? You got it. And they all showed up for The Acolyte. and it wasn't enough. You made shit for Raylos and fucking weirdos and people who aren't real.
Homos.
None of them. How'd that High Republic work out? That was made for them. That was 100% made for them. Oh, it's canceled.
Oh, that's
now.
been canceled now.
gone.
Sorry. Bye bye.
Yep. And the greatest intellectual, the greatest cinematic intellectual property ever created has been completely destroyed, destroyed, and it ain't coming back. And that Disney managed to spend billions to make millions. So well done.
Mm-hmm.
Well done.
Geniuses.
Yeah, made it. It's just a category on a streaming service that has officially failed. By the way, officially failed. That was good. Right to go.
Every once in a while, man, I'll get one.
So, a couple days ago, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if you heard, Disney Plus officially failed as a streaming service. To give you a little feedback on this,
I hadn't seen this.
it's great. It's great. So, to let you know how
Warcraft all over again.
how long they were working on this, guys. Former co-host for the show when I started this channel back in 2014, at the time when he started, was working on Disney Plus and had been for a couple years. So what Disney was doing was poaching people from Netflix to help build their UI, help build their program and stuff. And that's how long they've been working on it. For a long fucking time, they were planning it. And then everybody, now, conspiratorially thinking, everybody had their streaming services ready for COVID. That was really convenient and a total coincidence, guys. I just want to say that. It just completely.
And Bob Iger
it's
retiring conveniently right before it all hit.
Well, he left. He left because he was done. He was done.
He was done.
Yeah, he was done. Although he never left the building.
He still lived in his office.
Still lived in his office. Took 4 showers a day. What the hell's he doing? I don't know. I don't know.
You must feel dirty for something.
Yeah, well, I would too, running Disney. But
So that shit throwing.
But when they paid $72 billion for Fox, it was to also to get access to the X-Men and other properties, but it's also was to get a crack at Hulu, which was the number 2 streaming service. It was right after Netflix. Everybody had Netflix and Hulu. Remember those back in 2013, if you got your smart TV, it had Netflix and Hulu on it. That was it, pretty much. So now Disney is turning Hulu into Disney Plus, which is just retarded. It's
So
actually
stupid.
dumber than turning HBO into Max.
I love
And
this.
then Max,
dumb.
HBO Max.
I love it.
Survival of the shittest. That's what
Right?
Yeah, really.
Holy crap, man.
It's accurate.
Remember, Bob had promised, was it last year, Ryan, or this year, that Disney Plus would be profitable?
Last year.
It was the last quarter of last year, and it made what, $10? So he could go out.
Hey, that's profitable.
Look, I don't know if we've ever heard exactly what Disney Plus is making. Ever since they officially wrapped up all the streaming reports with Hulu and ESPN.
Yeah,
because now it's just streaming.
yes.
That's what they tell us. What streaming is its profit margin, and so if you have a Hulu, which is profitable, and ESPN Plus, which might be profitable, wrapped up with Disney Plus, which may or may not be, who's to tell?
Who's to tell?
Logic.
Disney
to tell,
will
because
shut
if you're
down.
running a profitable business, corporations love nothing more than to brag about how popular and how profitable these businesses are, because it's a great attraction for shareholders. So when a company hides its numbers, when a company refuses to give out numbers, that's a statement of failure and should be a huge fucking red flag for prospective investors. But I guess I'm racist.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's a given.
I just wanted to get racism in.
Sure. Disney will shut down Hulu's standalone app. What does that mean? So, and that's a good question, because a lot of people probably have the bundle, right? There's a bundle of Disney Plus and Hulu, and I think there's a bundle of
fucking sticks.
Bundle of sticks, and there's a bundle of Disney Plus and Hulu and ESPN. They're doing a bunch of crazy shit with ESPN. They're going to roll out a streaming service that's $30. They bought into the NFL. They gave 10% of ESPN to the NFL. A lot of stuff, but the Hulu app is going to be phased out, and it's just going to be called Disney Plus. So it's just Hulu with the Disney Plus name on it. and it's going to be Disney Plus with like hard rated R stuff on it, sex, violence. I mean, it's great. It's great. Some hard R Disney.
Yeah.
I can't wait to go from Bluey to Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
I know.
Back to back. You may also like
Recommendations.
Hulu app to be phased out. Fully integrated service into Disney Plus. I mean, this is a huge L for them, by the way. And again, and other people have brought it up. How does that affect the subscriber count? Oh yeah, they're not going to mention it anymore. Because I'm guessing it brings the number down if you're getting rid of one service that had a bunch of subscribers.
That's why they're doing this.
Disney will stop reporting subscriber numbers, guys, for D+.
Wow.
Big
That's
success.
the thing. I think they think they can do it because Netflix said that they were going to stop.
Yep.
Remember?
Yeah, they're following.
Netflix, I think last quarter said, hey, we're going to stop reporting subscriber numbers. We're just going to report profit margin and shit because they're making so much fucking money.
Yep.
Yes, exactly.
And Disney's like, hey, if they don't have to, we don't have to. It's like,
Well,
these
they're
are
doing it.
You can't flex
That's
that
for
way.
different
We're
reasons.
not
though.
gonna announce the subscriber numbers, and we're also not gonna mention profit either.
Yeah.
Because we're not making any.
These fucking streaming services get worse every single day. Dude, I was watching War of the Worlds, and it broke for fucking
Well, just for that.
commercials. Well, that too. Commercials like every 30 minutes or something. It just, which was a respite. It was kind of nice actually for that movie particularly. But
you're getting the regular Prime. You got to upgrade, Garrett.
Yeah.
I fucking paid extra before, and now the extra is not
You gotta-
extra enough.
You got to pay super
I don't believe
duper
you.
Prime.
Yeah.
I
Well,
get
I'm
a
just
message when I
getting
go on
plague-
Amazon Prime saying it's stuck in SD because I have the wrong HDMI cables.
What the fuck?
It's
What?
the most
Yeah.
weirdest
You rent a
message,
movie
error
on
message
there.
ever.
Because you pronounce them wrong.
You rent a movie on there, and it's supposed to be in
H.
HD 4K, and it's fucking pixelated as shit, and it's all
None
colors
of it.
fucked up.
Absolutely none of it.
Trash.
Zero is. I would
None
say
of
the
it.
Netflix
Get a
might
Plex
be
server.
Netflix might be the only one that gets close to true 4K. But it's all compressed, dude. It is.
Yeah, but look
like
at
Not even
YouTube, though.
consistently. It's not
You put
consistent.
YouTube on auto and it's on 1080p, and then you manually select it to 1080p, and the quality goes up.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's because YouTube found out that if they put it to a lower resolution, most people won't change it.
Yeah.
So they were just like, we will make you select it before we
Yeah.
actually tell you.
It's crazy.
And I hate the new
Bastards.
the new Netflix menu sucks. I
God,
hate
it's
it.
god awful.
But what's
I haven't
worse
seen
is when you go to YouTube in your home theater, it just throws up a bunch of fucking shorts. It's like, yeah, I'm not gonna want to watch shorts in my fucking home theater.
Yeah, I'm
Fuck
sure
off.
all of the masses with fucking huge home theaters out
Wanna
there
have
are
everything
gonna be really
squeezed
Dude,
in.
you guys got a big screen. You got a 40-inch screen. You're gonna watch your short on your 42-inch screen.
There was
I
a
don't want
report that
YouTube
came
on my
out.
television.
There was a report that came out that most people are watching it on their TVs now.
Yeah,
Most
it's
people are
crazy.
watching YouTube on their TV. So like they're
I
not
do.
catering to that.
I only have it on my phone and desktop. I virtually never watch it on my television. I segregate, you know.
I watch it all the time.
I
on
watch
TV,
streaming on
all the
TV
time.
all the time. All the time.
I just wanted to
scroll
say
down a little
segregate.
bit. We already read the headline.
Even hesitated before he said it. It's like, no, I'm going for
Disney
it.
following it in the footsteps of Netflix. Except for that whole success thing, you know, and others soon will no longer report the number of subscribers for its D+. Well, it's just D+ now. Disney said it will no longer report paid subscribers. You just said that in the last sentence, you fucking word padding pieces of shit.
SEO, man, SEO.
Saying those metrics have become less meaningful to evaluating the performance of our business. In other words, we don't want to scare away our investors, so we're just going to stop reporting stuff. How could people invest in this company?
Less
It's had a stagnant fucking stock price for years now. How could anybody invest in this?
Less meaningful? Their revenue source is less meaningful?
No, they are kind of correct because they had a lot of subscribers from various different countries where a subscription was like 20p or something. So they were basically getting almost nothing from the subscribers.
Yeah.
But when they were reporting subscribers, they focused on getting all that business, which wasn't making them anything because it looked good.
Well, Disparu, it's the Chinese box office. It was their equivalent of it. They don't make any fucking money off it. It just pads the numbers and looks really good to investors. And when it stops looking good to investors, we stop telling the investors. And most of the investors go, okay, Disney, I'm still going to fucking support them. And, that, you know,
Spend the
like,
money.
spend my money, my 401k for Disney. It's like, Jesus Christ.
It's like when they lie about their budgets, and I still honestly cannot believe that they have not been called out for that, because they always leak to the trades like, oh, this film cost $200 million, this would cost $150 million, and then if they shot in the United Kingdom, it's like, oh, guess what? We actually find out the real budget, and it was a heck of a lot more. It's like, don't you think that's an important information for your stockholders to kind of know?
Fantastic Four was shot in the UK, right?
It was, so you know what?
We're gonna
Won't
find
be long
out
before we find out. 200 million, probably not.
Probably
if it follows
not.
the trend. If it follows the trend, at least 100 million more than that.
Yep. Oh, and they said the marketing was only 100 million for that too, which is just utter.
Oh no, that was everywhere.
bullshit.
Is
No,
Disney putting ads on Disney Plus or not
Yes.
yet?
yes, there is an
They're
ad
paying
tier.
themselves. Yeah, they're paying
There's an ad tier for everybody now, because they actually make money. That's why Tubi out there is like making money, and they're going to figure out. And eventually, they're going to figure out like going back to procedurals, like going back to something that costs less, and people will end up watching it, and you'll get more engagement. You'll get less churn. I mean, we can go down the whole conversation of it taking. Wednesday just came out. 3 fucking years between seasons.
3 years.
3 years is
Insane.
Holy
ridiculous.
shit.
For a
Two-
TV show, stupid.
For an 8-episode TV show, it's stupid. It's absolutely
Set in a
stupid. Yeah,
We used to live in a better time because TV was catered to the commercial breaks. You'd have your chapters and they would build up
Yes.
to a little bit of a cliffhanger so you'd
Yeah.
come back. But now TV isn't written that way. It just like cuts in the middle of it.
Twisted Metal had commercial breaks. Now I didn't see them, but there was commercial. They stopped for commercial breaks, which I was thankful because the first 3 episodes of the season 2 are shit, and I stopped watching. So it's less meaningful now. Just like the box office, guys. Who cares about the box office anymore? We'll get to that. The company will discontinue reporting subs and ARPU for D+. Fucking corporate fucking shit.
Something average revenue per user.
ARPU.
Yeah.
ARPU. Yeah.
So,
ARPUs.
and that kind of is important, right? Because in a fucking shithole like India, you might be getting like $1 per,
Maybe.
Whereas, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? It's going to vary depending on where it's at. So some subscribers are worth more than others. Literally, depending on your race.
I was wondering if it was going to go there.
How could you wonder at this point? This is Ryan Kinnell, and he missed an episode, so he's a
Yeah,
little pent up.
I'm joking, obviously, but not really. It's quite literally. If you
Wait,
go to
you
a
can't
dog
say
shit
that.
country like India,
You can't
you're
say
not
I'm
paying
joking,
as much for
obviously,
these
but not
streaming
really.
services.
He just did. No, but he's right. Okay, you don't think the team who actually crunches the numbers and knows the numbers have things segregated?
And they're all Indian.
and profiled. Of course they do.
Talk more about this segregation business.
The
Yeah, like,
marketing.
they'll make more from domestic subscribers than they will from international subscribers based on that number right there.
Clean dollars versus
Because, we can
dirty
afford
rupees.
Oh my God, all this fiscal stuff is boring the shit out of me. So they're going to stop reporting numbers because they're not good. Basically, that's what it is. They're not great anymore, and we can't use it to entice any more investors. So we're going to stop reporting them. It's fine, guys. We're doing great. Streaming is doing great. Hollywood has figured it out.
I like that. Align our financial reporting with how we operate. That just seems like we're going to work out how we can fudge the numbers.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's all they do. That's all they do.
In essence.
I listened to the earnings call. It was boring. And the bankers asked the most basic bitch questions. Nothing that will matter to anybody. And they're handpicked and all that other stuff. They got away from the call-in ones, which were getting kind of spicy and good for a little while. God, I miss those. Those
were good.
Oh, the last one. It was the previous quarter or the quarter before that. I was on a walk, and some guy just like, when are they going to stop their woke practices and their DEI? And I'm like, yeah!
That's the reason why people aren't allowed to call in anymore.
Exactly.
You should have heard DSP's bankruptcy when they allowed
Which
the call-in
one?
section to that.
Which one? So, yeah, we could take this out because it's going to get into boring financial stuff. But I guess we could.
It'll get into it, yeah. We were already there.
We were already there.
Yeah.
We were already there. And it's kind of like the cope with the Fantastic Four flopping, which everybody talked about earlier in the week. But the meltdown of the influencers was my favorite thing to watch last weekend. That was freaking great, just great. And apparently the box office doesn't count anymore. Who cares about the box office? Blah 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 blah. Turns out the studios do. Turns out the studios care about the box office. So Marvel,
My favorite one I saw was that you can't judge its performance because you have to also include things like all the merch sales. It's like, so nobody's going to see it in the cinema, and you think they're going to be buying the merch, do you?
Yeah.
It's like, if it fails at the box office, that's it.
you think that Captain African American merch was just flying off the shelves, or that Yelena.
Well, it was because they were at Target and they kept getting shot. Anyway, let's go.
That Yelena action figure, everybody, that's not going to end up in Ollie's for like 99 cents.
Hey, Gary, do you know-
It is funny because all those things matter, right? And
Yes.
the deals that Disney has with different toy companies to produce, like all the contracts they have for Star Wars, all that stuff does matter in the grand scheme of things. However, like when it comes to, say, Superman, I've seen a ton of code be like, well, that's selling a lot of merchandise, so that's why it'll be okay if it doesn't break even at the box office. It's like, man, got to use those same arguments for all these Disney projects too.
Yeah, you
Well,
do.
it's also,
you know what I mean?
You've got to look at the IP as well. Superman's a massive IP. Superman merch shifts anyway. So you got to
So
try and
are
correlate
they-
what's responsible. Is the film responsible for this?
And the question
move?
I'll ask is, are you conflating Superman movie merch with Superman merch?
Merch in general.
Merch
yeah.
in general.
Well,
'cause
this is the
Yeah.
point. It's to bring in something that's so kind of ethereal that you'll never be able to pin down a number, so you'll
Yep.
never be able to say it failed. That's the reason they use it. They don't actually care whether it's correct.
You know, comic book shop owners from all over are telling us that people are just flooding there to get Superman comics. It's a success. You know what I mean? Like that's the type of stuff that is being used. And what I find funny is that the response from, Zaslav and Warner Brothers and everything about Superman, about, hey, we consider it a successful start of the franchise. We're really happy with this. It's the same exact words that Bob Iger fucking used for Fantastic Four.
Yep.
Yet
Oh,
one
but
is
speaking of-
being truthful and one is lying. You know what I
Speaking
mean?
of Fantastic
Yeah,
Four,
exactly,
it's,
exactly.
It's dropped to third today.
Oh,
Beaten by Weapons, which was number 1 on
Deservedly so.
Thursday, and
Surprise.
Freakier Friday, which was number 2.
Which one is which one is the horror movie though? Weapons or Freakier Friday?
the
Why
one
not
with the
both?
horror.
Depends on your
I
point
like
of view.
this headline. Fantastic Four first steps box office speeds past the worst
Wolverine movie on a highest grossing chart. What the fuck?
Oh my god! This is
Ladies
been
and gentlemen,
edited.
we just discovered a new fucking breed of cope.
No,
A new
on this
species
originally
of
this said
cope.
worst movie. The Wolverine bit wasn't in there, so it exceeds the lowest grossing of all time.
Oh,
Wow.
that's even better. Oh my god, the worst
Fantastic
movie.
Four.
I'm sure I tweeted it out.
Oh, these
We're
records
only
always
the
get
second
me.
worst.
Fantastic Four first step speeds past my local greengrocers Thursday.
It
That's
is the highest grossing flop of the year. Okay, that's what it is.
No,
The
Superman.
highest grossing Disney Marvel flop of the year. Fantastic Four. It's tracking way down, and it's I think it'll be struggle to get to 500 million.
Hey, it's gonna
by the
fly
looks of it,
past.
yeah.
It's gonna fly past Thunderbolts, and then it's gonna fly past Captain America. So you just hold on to your horses, man.
Oh no! Do you know what?
hold
I
on to your hat.
say keep an eye on that Captain Black American world of color, because it might not get there.
No, if that only got to 415, it's already at 382.
Oh, is it 450? I thought which one was
Yeah.
at 476?
You're thinking Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yeah,
Quantum
Quantumania.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay, yeah.
Please
Keep
God, let it pass that.
That
Yeah,
one it'll
keep an
take
eye
a
on
little
that
while.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah. 'Cause,
Brain
I think-
damage.
I don't think it's hitting 500 now. It's dropping bad.
It's about to pass Ant-Man's. Like, I think tomorrow it'll pass Ant-Man domestically.
Domestic,
The international numbers are the big thing, you know.
Yeah, those are down as well.
It's Trump's fault. It's all
probably
Trump's
because
fault.
it was
though.
all so
Yeah, it's Trump's
American
fault.
based.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know?
right.
The Fantastic Four are just really considered American superheroes, so
Yeah.
that's why.
That's it.
And nobody's ever heard of them or something.
No.
Nobody cares.
Superman's never correlated to America.
Mike didn't see Fantastic Four because now that they race swapped Johnny Storm once, he's not going to go see a white one again.
Yeah.
No. Man, Jimmy
I did
Olsen's
see
white
it,
again
but-
too. What the hell's going on?
Yeah.
What the
Oh, he
hell's
acted really
going on?
black though. Yeah.
Perry White.
What's next?
He was
Perry
laying pipe
White.
everywhere.
Perry White's still black again.
Perry White's still black. Yeah, that's right.
I'm okay with that.
So during the last earnings call, Bob Iger did have to talk about Thunderbolts and Elio. and them not doing so well. And during that quarter, they had to take a write down of what, 25 million, Ryan, which would basically take away. Now, I don't know how like Snow White affected that the quarter before.
Snow White would have been the quarter before.
So during the time Thunderbolts came out, their best first steps in the right direction, Ryan. That's what Iger said. And Elio, they also had Lilo and Stitch come out, make $1 billion, the only movie to make $1 billion this year. And it turns out whatever profit that movie made was erased by Elio and Thunderbolts.
For perspective, that would be roughly like in net profits, about 270 million in net profits wiped away.
Wiped away.
Wow.
Oh, well.
Wiped away. It kind of
this one.
Womp.
You think Disney is
get
gonna
what you
keep
fucking
doing
deserve, man.
live-action remakes after Lilo and Stitch?
This kind of pisses me off.
you could argue that Marvel continues to it mines its library of characters for original property. Were they trying to say that Fantastic Four is an original property? Like
Yes, they
that's
were
an
trying to say
original
that.
property. Okay.
For them, it is. That's
For
kind of
them,
the argument he was
yeah.
trying to make. But this was
That's just the mentality.
This was when like the topic got brought up again. Hey, you know, we're seeing a lot of sequels and franchises, stuff like that. What's the deal with original? He said, hey, we're not really going to put a priority on doing this or that. We just want to make good movies. But you could argue that there's a lot of characters that we haven't seen from the Marvel cinematic, from their entire encyclopedia of characters. And, you know, you could consider those original when those come out. That's kind of the way he was trying to spin that. Like if they come out with I don't even fucking know who they haven't used at this point.
Right.
But
essentially,
yeah.
he's saying it's like a Marvel Phase 1. We're doing an origin. This is one of our OG properties. I know some people are kind of spinning that, Fantastic Four is not that important. It's just a lead up to Doomsday. Fuck you. It's the Marvel's first family. They are important, and they didn't treat them important. That's why it failed. They cast Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards, and they have a female Silver Surfer. So they didn't show any reverence to the thing that is responsible for them being here. Like, there is no MCU. There's no fucking Marvel Comics. There's none of this shit without Stan Lee and Jack Kirby's Fantastic Four. And they should have treated it with complete reverence and adapted it properly. And now they're paying the price. And this also shows the health of the superhero movie because you are just doing a singular property again without throwing in a bunch of fucking cameos or bringing back some nostalgia bait bullshit. And people aren't interested. They're just moving on.
Yeah.
They're just moving on. Speaking of moving on. Speaking of moving on, hang on. Where was I?
Still speaking
Where
about
we
it.
Those are the best.
Slowly
We are
moving
still
on.
speaking about it, Gary.
Speaking of moving,
Speaking of moving on. Hey, this happened earlier in the week, but I want to talk about Howard Stern.
But why?
But why? Well, you know, big deal here. He was a big deal over here. Probably not in the UK, but he was a big deal over here. He was coined this term himself, by the way. The king of all media. He was the soundtrack to the working man and woman's, well, mostly man, life back in the 90s. He used to have, what were the numbers? Garrett, it's like 20 million people listening to him. Like,
yeah, that's what you were talking
regularly.
about before.
Regularly.
Amounts of
That's an insane amount of people were listening to him. The only person who was getting listened to by more people, I think, at the time, I think, was Rush Limbaugh, right? Who he hated, right? And he hated him because Rush Limbaugh went out and made his own network before him and all that stuff. But Howard innovated a lot of stuff. It was crass radio, but everybody was listening to it. And then he became the biggest sellout of all time. Turns out the guy was always a phony. He would be known for calling out celebrities and, you know, in the media when people weren't really doing that. And that's why he really connected with the working man. And then he just completely lost his soul once he went to Sirius XM and after Artie and endorsed Hillary Clinton for presidency, which just totally went against his fan base, his working man fan base. And the fact that they're still giving this guy, like to this day, $90 million a year is baffling. I don't know anybody who listens to him anymore. And remember,
who has fucking Sirius anymore?
Not many people.
it comes with cars. I know that much.
But you have to activate it
wanna,
still.
If you
Yeah,
want
but
to
you
pay
have to
the
activate it, right,
fucking 3-month thing or whatever, yeah. But I Sirius XM, is out of date. You know, everybody's just connecting their fucking YouTube or their podcast or their whatever to their Bluetooth in their car. Like the need for people to have SiriusXM anymore is gone. Like realistically, it's archaic.
It absolutely is. I mean, I have it for fucking Ozzy's Boneyard because I do a lot of, road tripping, but I don't know how much longer I can even justify. It's like $12 a month, but it's like stupid. It's a stupid $12 a month. When you have podcasts and everything, and podcasts have crushed this guy anyway and passed him up, and he never ever evolved. He hates podcasts. He hates Joe Rogan. And all he was just this bitter dude who wanted to be part of the club, which is the most disappointing part. It's like everything about him was phony before.
I doubt it was phony. I think he was just against the current system, and so when his system took over, he then begins to reinforce what's he was always for.
He's agoraphobic, right? He doesn't like being around people, but he likes attention.
Based.
Yeah. He doesn't like being around people. That's why COVID was the best thing for him. Disparu, you love being around people. You go to every fucking meetup. What are you talking about, man?
That's true, but I know,
General
I feel like I know those people. Yeah,
yeah.
The alcohol helps.
It's the great unwashed I have a problem with.
Great unwashed.
What could be a more British line?
That is so fucking British. So fucking British. So,
It was that or peasants.
It's peasants. And this is from Barstool. And we read the article on the Nooner, but Sirius, and of course they put Colbert with Stern, and he's another person who fell, obviously. So and like he could still get his job back. He's just not going to make as much money, and he might do it. Anthony Cumia has talked about it, but it's about time he got its comeuppance. And I don't know how you justify. I think Anthony Cumia said like they'll offer him Sirius might offer him $20 million. And which is still an insane amount of money.
Yeah, it's still a lot of money.
Way too much.
So somebody had mentioned the numbers of who's listening to him now. So remember I said 20 million people were listening to him. It's like 125,000 now.
Damn.
It's 125,000. I don't know how you justify that. And it's all perception, and it's all how this shit gets built up. He gets these huge guests and stuff, and nobody's fucking listening. Nobody's listening to this guy and whatever back catalog. And, it's just time for him to go and take off that fucking wig, you phony.
Nature healing. That's the theme of this year, I feel like. A lot of healing, a lot of getting rid of old trash, moving on.
Well, there's a lot to go. We got a lot of late night to go.
Yes.
Yeah. We really need to get rid of Kimmel now and everybody else. And it'll be funny if these things start going and they like Colbert, that the show just doesn't get replaced.
Yeah, they just don't need them.
They don't need him anymore. So good riddance to Howard. So Gina wins, Howard loses, but we'll see what's to come of it. A lot of people are going through his back catalog again and seeing him in black. I mean, he was in blackface a lot. Oh, yeah. Like he did a lot of shit.
Yeah, he did.
And yes, he did capitulate so he wouldn't get canceled. That's part of it too, but that just makes him a phony because he already
makes him a pussy too. I mean, nobody forgave him for those actions.
Well, what if he gets canceled? He can go cry on his bed of $880 million.
Yeah,
but it's not about the money. It's about the perception. It's about he wants people to like him. A lot of people liked him.
People that try to cancel him
'90s.
don't like him to begin with. What's the point to trying to appeal to them?
Not
And also,
stupid.
when by going back on what you're saying, you're essentially saying what you did was wrong. Whereas if you're someone like Jimmy Carr, you can't cancel him over his jokes because he's always done this and he keeps doing it. So at every performance, he does the cancelable jokes. And so everyone goes, I was offended by this joke. He's like, well, what did you expect? I've been like this for decades. And he doesn't apologize for it. But he essentially admitted guilt. So now you can hold him accountable for all the horrible things that he thinks is horrible.
Yep. You open that gate and they all flooded in.
He's been kind of quiet, which is strange. But and of course, this article came from The Sun, which is there's The Sun. There's an American version of The Sun, Disparu. So
Did you ever have page 3?
No.
The worst Sun, then.
Wish we did. Wish we did.
The best bit was it always had a quote from her, and it was like, Susan really doesn't like the war in Iraq. and it's just got knockers out on the page. It was always some really random comment. It's like, well, she thinks the economy is in real trouble, but if only we can sort out the bond market, we'll be fine.
Yep.
That's like their Sydney Sweeney.
It is. And I can't believe that's still in the news. That's still going. She was on the Vegas Sphere.
It's because she's got another ad out too, Baskin Robbins ad.
Oh yeah. Well, she's had one with them before, right? So
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the reaction to the jeans ad was bonkers. I did not think people would go so crazy over it, but I shouldn't be surprised.
No.
We're in an upside down clown world still.
Like once one wins, other people follow, so they had to crush the first one.
Well, that didn't work. They just pushed it further. The outcry, just Streisand affected it to globally. And wow. So how much money you reckon Sweeney got paid for the now Baskin Robbins one? Because I think a lot of companies.
Probably a lot of money.
Yeah.
The Baskin Robbins one came before the American Eagle one, though.
Oh, really?
Yes,
I didn't know that.
Sydney was quoted when she was asked, why do you do these adverts? And she says, because it pays better than acting, because Hollywood isn't paying like it used to. So you'll probably find more actors going this route.
A lot of people, will be surprised to learn that, commercial work pays significantly more than actual art.
Oh yeah.
Like it's across the board. Like if you work a camera, acting, directing, producing, if you do commercials, you make a lot lot It's just
especially if you've got a big enough
from a
name,
time
like
perspective. Yeah.
Work to money,
work
but
to
several
time,
million minimum, and it worked out for friggin' American Eagle. I'd never even heard of the brand before this thing, and now everyone knows of them. It's like,
They were
And
everywhere.
that is exactly what they want. That is absolutely perfect marketing for them. It's gone out into the sphere of people who've never heard their brand. Their brand name is now out there, and all they did was a classic advert. There was just a classic advert. There's nothing like. No disrespect to
super low model wearing their clothes.
There's no like, oh my god, this is 4D chess here.
Or her jeans ain't even tight. They're like loose ass jeans.
Yeah,
that's what I was bummed about. Yeah.
But the funny thing is with this is there's been some utterly retarded takes on both fucking like political spectrums from your red and your blue, just coming out with the most fucking retarded shit I've ever heard in my fucking life. It's like, Jesus Christ, it's a fucking jean advert, you fucking weirdos.
Well, do you think the marketers knew that playing the double entendre with the word jeans would trigger people this much?
Probably.
Because if they did, that's
clever. Been done many times before, though. It's been done many times in adverts.
Yeah, Calvin Klein did
this
it.
isn't new.
It's not new.
That's the thing. This is not new. It's been done before.
But you also have to be aware of the times, and you can actually use that to your advantage. And they had to think that. I mean, because it's absolutely worked to their advantage.
Oh, massive!
It's become a cause now, and that's which is great. And as Ryan pointed out, we just got a hot girl in baggy jeans. That's how much we've been starving in the desert for the last 10 years. We've seen a bunch of overweight black women.
Septum piercings,
vitiligo, and we get a hot woman in baggy jeans. We're like, thank God! Oh my God, it's the best meal I've ever tasted.
I could just imagine the marketing people being like, we'll say, Sydney Sweeney's got great jeans because she's like fit. She's fit. She's got nice tits and all this. And then they saw all this fucking Aryan race fucking Nazi shit break out, and they're just like, how the fuck did this escalate to there? What the fuck? We're just doing a jeans joke here. Like,
blue eyes.
Keep it going.
It's just like a retarded. Like I wouldn't even be surprised if they had planned, like if the ad went well somewhere down the line, to do a different person, right? Like get a couple different people. Same person has great jeans. It's another attractive person. Yeah. Now, if that attractive person happens to have blonde hair and blue eyes, good on you. Keep going.
Keep going.
But like, my guess is that's probably what it was just supposed to be. The thing is, if you had said that exact same shit, and it'd be some black bitch, not a damn person would say anything.
Not a person would say anything.
Fucking word. It just triggered people because she's white.
It's blonde and blue. It's the blonde blue eye shit that's getting them.
Didn't Beyonce just do a Levi's?
Beyonce did one a while back.
No, I don't believe that Beyonce was like, they were like, Beyonce has great jeans. I don't think they did that. But
she fake a
that's what Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers said, though.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what he said? That's what they said?
He says Beyonce has great jeans. That's what he said.
Oh, he loves Beyonce.
Yeah, that's
big
his favorite
Beyonce
artist.
fanboy.
His favorite
Jay-Z
artist.
famously hates
They don't look
Jeremy
bad.
because Jeremy's been trying to steal his girl.
But
Oh.
Disparu's right. Like what people are making, like the day rate players or just guest stars in Hollywood. For example, we don't hear the salaries very much, but Michelle Hurd from Picard, season 1, 2, and 3, she was making $8,000 an episode.
She was complaining in the strikes, telling us that actors don't make what you... Even if it's a household name, they may not even be making enough for health insurance.
Nope.
She was really angry. But it was one of the rumors why Cutie Gatwa quit, because he was offered a perfume advert that paid more than his annual salary. And he's like, I'm losing loads of money here.
Okay, a dude gets offered a perfume advert. Jesus Christ.
Well, it fits, though. He makes far better perfume advert than he does Doctor Who.
In this
No,
case.
it's
a
just
perfume
perfect
ad
for
more than
shooting.
Doctor Who.
Is it something manly, masculine, normal?
Or fruity and
That would be
floral.
cologne. This is
It's
perfume.
perfume and he's wearing a dress. You know, it's like,
As
Tracks.
Satan intended, I suppose.
shooty working as intended.
Sprays it in the air, then pirouettes through it.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
if you want perfume
Like Pineapple
spelled,
Dance Studios.
if you want perfume sold right, let a man do it. Okay, women have obviously failed.
Speaking of dildos.
Wait, what?
No one was.
Mean green.
You know,
Can
This
someone
is
fill me in
Slate,
about this?
by the
I've
way,
only
so
seen-
this will be
Hang
fun.
on, people aren't aiming at them.
I've only seen highlights about this, and I don't know how it started, what triggered it, or anything like that. Can someone fill me in?
It's the pay us what we deserve is what triggered all this.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Well,
The
I don't know if-
WNBA
hold on.
is extremely
that is
boring.
a big
I think,
leap
so.
of the idea that that's exactly what it is. I think somebody
It's the
thought it was
funniest
going to
one.
be funny and go viral to throw a big neon green dildo.
And they were right.
Fucking female actors.
And they were correct, and it's fucking
Right.
hilarious.
And once one
hilarious.
person did it and it blew up the way it did, then people were like, "Oh, I'm gonna do that shit too. That's gonna be funny." And now it's an avalanche of dildos.
And they're doing the
hilarious.
worst possible thing. They're complaining about it. They're going, "This is
Yeah.
wrong.
The be-
This you're
Well, the best part about it
sexualizing."
is they're acting exactly like they thought women would act if you started throwing
Uh-huh.
dildos on the floor.
Oh, look, what's
dare
going to
you?
happen?
You're
More
like, oh,
dildos are
no.
going to come.
There
Now
have
they
been
banned
dildos
bags and one
thrown.
still got in.
There have been dildos thrown in NFL games. Bills Patriots a couple
Yes.
years ago was a big dildo thrown in the fucking end zone, right? And it is
hilarious.
funny, you know.
There is a dodgeball movie in here somewhere.
Yes.
I heard that
You can
it
dodge
is
a
funny
dildo,
to-
you can dodge a ball.
I will
they
say,
were actually aiming for the WNBA players, but unfortunately they were disgruntled WNBA players that were throwing them, so they kept missing.
Angel Reese is out there. That's why she missed so many times.
I think it's like a Tanya Harding situation. It was the other team trying to.
Well, there's a lot of speculation. This could be a total inside job from the WNBA to get people to watch.
Yes.
you know,
Could be.
Well, like the fighting, you know.
But that's
That's
the
gonna
sad part is that with Caitlin Clark injured, this is truly the biggest story in the WNBA. Is
Yes.
that random fans are throwing neon green dildos onto the floor.
No, the biggest news is there's fans there to throw dildos.
It's true.
Yeah,
It's the most
Fans
attention that
and
they've
fans.
gotten in years.
There's betting markets on it.
Mm-hmm.
Like what color will be the next dildo to get thrown.
You can make a fortune off of it.
The
Call me
purple one was
cynical.
my favorite because it means that someone planned to do it but couldn't be bothered to buy a new
If
one.
I was in charge
they
of
just
the
used one they had
WNBA,
lying
Yeah,
around.
the worst part is you have to go out and buy one.
If I was in charge of the
Amazon-
WNBA, I would just have
low.
I'd have our security guys just sneak them to people as they walk in. Like, yeah, no bag, sorry guys, and they just hand them one and just.
Some of the stadiums are now doing no bag policies, so
Yeah, that'll
the only
stop
way you can
it.
get it in
It's
is
like,
just
man, you
You
guys
got a
don't
built-in
understand.
pocket.
Yeah.
You guys don't
There's,
understand how those work, do you? Like,
There's some ways to smuggle that shit in, and there might be some shit on
Prison
it. I'm just
wallet
saying.
action.
Interesting interview though, which you got from the coach that gave it, which I can't show because it's got one of them on as well. But she goes completely feminist. We've been sexualizing women for decades. This is what's been holding them back from. So you're in the WNBA. How much bigger? Like, how further do you want to go in a career?
and
that's
that's
sexualizing.
and
I don't know how
that
to be
response is going
successful.
to make things worse,
Oh,
right?
yeah. That's just-
There's a handful of players like Sophie Cunningham who actually got hit by one of them has been like fairly joking about it. You know what I mean? Like she's been fairly lighthearted with it, and a lot of the players have been a little bit lighthearted. I'm sure it's starting to get fucking annoying But when you have the coach like that go off, be like, it's important that people cover this as a bad thing. We're not the butt of the joke. Like, this is not funny. It's unacceptable for people to be treated like this.
You're only asking for more.
You're going to get hit right in the fucking face with one, you dumb bitch. Like, that's what's going to happen if you keep coming out and making statements like that.
The meme of that video is a news reporter holding one to her mouth as she going, I am not the butt of this joke.
Yep.
Wow.
To be fair,
That's not,
for a lot of those players, it's probably never seen a penis.
that is not
Just
in
imagine,
my butt
just imagine
of
if
this
one
joke.
of them grabs one on the court and just decides to go to town with it. Holy shit.
Yeah, at least score a
Well, that would
basket
get
with it.
people to watch.
It's really funny that you say that as there is a viral post from like the cringiest shit people ever say thing, like one of those screenshots, and it's of a guy under the WNBA thing saying exactly what you just said. Be like, wouldn't it be so awesome if they just all stripped naked and went to town and had a WNBA court? And people are like,
more viewers.
and that dude got absolutely fucking annihilated because of how cringe insult worthy.
Because of how ugly the WNBA
Because of how
players
serious
are.
he was about it. It wasn't even a joke. It'd be like, no, guys, really, this is awesome. Hear me out, okay?
Let him cook.
Guys, I wasn't joking. This isn't funny.
This isn't
Yeah.
funny. I'm serious. I want this to happen.
I'm an investor. I have money.
Okay, yeah.
I could supply I don't even know how many people there are on a team. The number of dildos plus replacements if required.
Five on the court. Yeah. It's five on five.
5 players. Yeah.
5 missers.
Yeah, 5 missers. And Caitlin Clark.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Was it? Is it? They all. If they got paid what they were owed, they all owe.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, they all.
Because they're subsidized. They don't exist unless they're subsidized by the
Let
NBA.
her cook. Yep. Let her cook.
Yeah, for some context, the WNBA has been around about 30 years now, and they have
God.
lost money every single year. They are kept alive by the NBA. The NBA funds them. Essentially as a giant virtue signal, be like, we care about women in sports, so let's let them have their little fucking league. They have not made a profit ever in history. That could all change. More people actually are watching the WNBA, not just because of dildos, because specifically of Caitlin Clark. And so maybe when the next TV right things are up, who knows? There could be more money coming in for the league. But they've been bitching about it for forever. But like they're like, a manager at Target makes more than we do. And it's like, yeah, manager at Target probably it brings happiness to more people's lives than you guys fucking do.
Yeah.
Janitors make more than us. Yeah, good. Like they actually do an important job. Like we
I
have
was
to
gonna
tune
say,
in to
yeah.
watch your shit.
have to clean up the dildos.
You can change careers.
Yeah.
And you know what?
And
I'm
like,
all for them going on their own. I would love for them to be like, hey, we don't need no man. Let's just go on our own and see what happens. Because then guess what? You can ask for those higher salaries, but you're going to have failed long before then.
Yeah,
They're
and
mad
women's
because
sports
they
is successful. You just need to go beach volleyball.
Yes.
WNBA players' salaries, like league wide, equate to about 8 to 9% of the total revenue for the league in a given year, whereas NBA salaries are more in line with like 40 to 50% of league revenue over a given year. The difference is what percentage of the profits are those.
Yeah.
That's what's like not talked about. And the reality is, if you paid people based on how much money they brought in, every single WNBA player should pay the NBA for their right to exist.
Yep. This is like a non-league football team asking the Premier League to get paid the same amount of money. It's retarded.
It's insane. So, like, for record, I love sharing the statistic. There have been 37 dunks in the entire history of the WNBA ever. And wait a minute, it gets even better. It gets even better. Brittany Griner, who's definitely not a man, has 23 of those dunks.
Actually makes a lot of sense.
So the
There's
person
been
with a
more
built-in
dunks
dildo is the one
There's
with the
like
most
12 dunks. There's 12 real dunks.
There's been more dunks on the WNBA in this stream than there has in the
Speaking-
whole history of the fucking...
Hey, we got some breaking news, guys. And by the way, this is
I thought you
incredible.
were going to say, speaking of flying dildos, we
No.
can talk about that.
That's a breaking news. This has never happened before. Pedro Pascal is going to be in another movie, ladies and gentlemen. Tony Gilroy, who recently completely saved Star Wars and then fucked off never to return, is going to do a film called Behemoth with Pedro Pascal.
Great. Can't wait for it to not do any money.
Are you supposed to shout the title? Because it's got an exclamation mark built in.
Oh, I'm sorry. Behemoth! As Project lands at Searchlight. But he's not overexposed, guys. He's not overexposed.
He was going to be in Weapons.
He was going to be in Weapons.
Yeah.
Thank
He
God
would
he
have been
wasn't.
4 in like 6 weeks.
I would imagine that if he had ended up being in that, he wouldn't have been in one of the other things he's in right now.
They did say scheduling issues.
Yeah.
Fantastic Four. It was fantastic.
My guess is Fantastic Four, to be honest with you.
What is it? He's in the Materialist, right?
He's in Materialist. He's in the one you saw, Eddington.
Eddington.
And Fantastic Four.
He dies
right
in
now.
Eddington, though. It's just great.
Which, hey, at least Materialist made a little money.
Yeah, a little rom-com.
I walk out into my theater, or my theater. My wife's watching a movie, and I see fucking Pedro Pascal's face in my home theater.
3 times.
Et tu, wife. Et tu, wife. What the fuck? But yeah, forget. Just he's completely overexposed. He's not a box office draw. I don't know why the guy keeps. Well, obviously he says all the right things. He's got a great agent, and hopefully the era of Pedro will end fucking soon. Knee pads. He's got the best knee. Well, no, he's got calluses on his knees. You kidding me?
He's a professional.
He does check. We were talking on Daily today, and Jay said he checks all the boxes, and it's like, yeah, that's true. Like he is technically like
communist,
Latino,
gay,
but he's white
Latino,
passing.
white
He's also
passing.
a major queer. Like he checks all these boxes very easily. You can get a lot of diversity.
He checks the major queer box.
Yeah,
He ticks
fits
the
well on a
massive
couch.
queer. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
He keeps sucking dick. We're gonna promote him to general.
Great, strong knee. Yeah, strong knees, strong
Field
back.
Marshal.
Yep.
Good Lord. Okay, get that.
Brother's
off the
his
screen,
sister. You know,
If the Lord's
his
good,
dad.
can he stop
His
casting
dad
Pedro
illegally
Pascal?
fucking implanted embryos in different people,
Yeah.
and then fled the country.
please. Yep.
I mean,
Was it with his own semen as well?
I don't know. That was never in any report I've seen. It sounds
Okay.
more like they were putting like the wrong embryos into different people, if that makes sense. Like people that
think
were
the one-
using that
Whoops,
fertilization
all
clinic.
embryos.
Yeah, I think the one I saw was his own with his own.
He's just
semen.
standing from the other room.
Hey,
and
that's
just grabbing
definitely
him out of the
happened with
box
other
and
people in
throwing
the
him.
past.
We were talking
He
about
was just creating chaos. He was just like, I'm gonna put the black one here.
Yeah. He's like Elmo with the fire. Yeah. We were talking about it
Two
last
white
night.
people have a baby that has sickle cell. It's like what the fuck?
Oh, he's fucking with them. He comes out a black baby. He's like, he's gonna
him.
think he cheated on him. Got him. We talked about it on Forbidden Frontier last night. There was a frozen embryo from the 90s that was birthed recently. So it's like the oldest baby of all time.
That's scary.
So is
shit.
it, so it was an embryo frozen in the early 90s, right? Was
Yeah,
it
it was
94?
90
it was
94. Yeah.
It's like
Yeah,
a
30-year-old was
30-year-old.
adopted. Yeah.
I'd be pretty fucking pissed if I was growing up in the 2020s instead of the 90s.
Yeah, I'd be like,
All
I
right.
was robbed.
Damn.
I was robbed.
They're definitely making a villain.
And it
there.
was Pedro Pascal's sperm.
Yeah, well, I mean, I said
He had anxiety.
the baby's gonna grow up to be some kind of
He's
mutant.
never had anxiety around Bella fucking Ramsey or whatever that fucking bin's called.
I love
He
that
walks into a
dude's meme
sperm
where he's
donor
like,
clinic.
Well,
and he's like,
okay.
I have anxiety, please. I need
How
help."
do you guys feel about that? How do you feel about a frozen embryo from 30 years ago?
I don't fucking like
that's
that
disturbing.
at all.
I think
That's,
I don't like any of it.
Well,
I honestly don't care.
it's a frozen embryo. It's not
Yeah.
like I don't know. They didn't freeze a person.
So
That's coming.
I didn't read too much into the story. It can't be like the people who froze it.
No,
right?
it's not. It was adopted.
No, it was
They
adopted,
adopted the
yeah.
egg. Yeah.
By a nice couple that were unable to have babies. Like I don't know.
And also, fertilization would have happened, so it actually is a frozen person.
It is a frozen embryo. So
Oh,
like I'm totally fine with those being used. Like if you're gonna if you've done that
Didn't die.
process and it's there, I think that you should put them to use
Yeah.
instead of throw them in the trash. Like
Imagine having that conversation with that person later, though. That is like the beginning of a
So you
horror
were
film.
conceived in 1994.
We put you in
Look
a
at what you could have
refrigerator.
won.
Kind
and
of a
you've
cool
been
story.
waiting
I'm not gonna lie.
all this time,
Dude,
Like, you're welcome.
that baby's going to be able to brag for a long time. Is going, I am,
This is the closest
your
we'll get to
identity.
demolition.
I'm a
older than I
60-year-old,
actually am.
13-year-old. There you go.
It's a sequel to
Hey,
Jack.
speaking of old, Batman 2 starts filming in 2026.
For
Oh,
a
yeah,
2027
January, yeah.
release.
I believe it when I see it.
The Batman
There you go.
2 is preparing to begin shooting. So it's preparing to begin shooting in 8 months. Says Warner Brothers Discovery announces this will be for a 2027 release. That is 5 years.
October.
That is
By the way, isn't this a little bit concerning considering we've just heard that the first draft of the second one has literally been handed in a couple of weeks ago to James Gunn?
Yep. I
they've got
guarantee you
time.
it's not ready.
Yeah.
Like there's no way that James Gunn looked at that and said, "Good to go, just do it, man."
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, print it.
yeah.
Knowing James Gunn, no.
Actually, yeah, I was going to say knowing James Gunn. Actually, maybe. Having seen Superman, maybe.
Well, James Gunn doesn't like stuff that's old, so.
So his tweets
I thought
say.
that was Leo DiCaprio.
So his tweets say.
Two things can be true at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you
At
can,
least
yeah, you
Leo,
can look at Hollywood enough.
Leonardo likes them to be legal.
Yeah, if you keep looking at Hollywood enough, you'll see a pattern.
A
start to
little
form.
bit of a pattern. They've kind of earned their reputation, I would say. Good news for the fans of Robert Pattinson's Dark Knight. You might as well call it The Dark Knight Returns at this point. You might as well call it The Dark Knight Returns and just adapt it. And then the third movie could be Batman Beyond. All right.
By the time it comes out,
yeah.
you'll be old enough.
And Warner Brothers, remember, the Batman is the Batman in year 2.
Year 2.
In his second year. So, Ryan, I heard you talk about how old is Robert Pattinson compared to, say, Ben Affleck?
Robert Pattinson will be 41 by the time this movie comes out. And I believe Ben Affleck was 42 or 43 when he played Batman in Batman v Superman. 20 years in Gotham.
Damn.
You know, old grizzled Batman.
And not only that,
That was a
Christian
rough
Bale
2
was
years.
37.
Pedro
Dark Knight
Pascal to play
Rises.
Robin.
Who was 37? Bale
Christian
was
Bale
30, yeah,
37
with 37,
when they did
yeah.
The Dark Knight Rises. So the end of his career, yeah.
Oh, God.
Pattinson does have a baby face, but at the same time, that does create a problem. Yeah,
it does.
Yeah.
So good news. Warner Brothers Discovery's recent letter to shareholders, the company announced that Matt Reeves' long-awaited The Batman Part 2 will finally begin filming in spring of 2026 for an October 2027 theatrical release. Pattinson, who's gone from filming Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey.
Yeah.
Is there some reason it's so
Hey, it's
slow?
there. It's right there.
He's waiting for you to read the line.
It's like watching dial
lines right
again.
there.
I need some lines to read, okay?
They're right there. They're right
There's
here.
like one. I'll be done in a second.
You said
but
Okay, maybe 5 minutes, all right?
This is how autocues work. You read it and it scrolls.
To Denis Villeneuve, Dune Part 3, this year alone returns to the title role.
The problem is you need the text so goddamn big to
Yes.
read it. You can only get
I need to know what's following up.
and it can't be moving. He can't process it that fast.
Jesus Christ. Don't you know I'm
don't know
retarded? Warner Brothers Discovery's shareholder letter
all
celebrated
are,
the
Gary.
recent... yes, we
Yeah.
are. I know. I'm amongst friends. Dinosaur. Dinosaur. I love dinosaurs. Dinosaur fun. Dinosaur eat people.
Dinosaur get money.
Yeah. Dinosaur get money. Warner Brothers Discovery shareholder letter celebrated the recent success of James Gunn's Superman,
What?
which kicked off the new DC universe across film and television. Yeah, Peacemaker's coming up. The tentpole has earned nearly $550 million and counting worldwide. Yeah. The company wrote DC Studios Universe. Okay, I'm going to be fair to DC here. Considering everything they put out over the last 2 years, that is a success.
Yeah.
That is a success. Losing less money is a success for DC. The company wrote DC Studios' universe of characters represents not only one of Warner Brothers Discovery's most valuable pieces of intellectual property, but one of the most valuable assets in entertainment, which is Batman.
You happy about that?
Which is Batman.
Fast enough?
And your last Batman movie didn't make $1 billion, but to give it credit, it did well, considering it was a 3-hour movie and the last third of it was shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Also, the big success of Superman, even if you assume that $225 million budget is correct, and I don't, is still a loss. Still hasn't made its money back, even with that.
Well, that's also assuming that the $100 million for marketing that they have stated is free.
Fucking bullshit.
Most
There's no way.
official stuff we got from them was 225 budget, 125 marketing.
Yep.
Which is a lot of fucking money.
That's $350. And
by the way,
ticket
Variety's
prices.
put Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. The Woman of Tomorrow bit's been removed now.
It's been
just
removed.
Supergirl.
Yes.
Really?
Well, Variety also said it was Fantastic Four: The First Steps. The AI is really fucking up a lot.
I think you're overestimating like that it's
Yes,
just
we
bad
are.
writers. Like,
Yes, it is.
yeah.
No, we're not. And it's way worse, Ryan. Like it always was kind of bad, but you saw it in like CBR and Screen Rant and shit like that. You didn't see it that often in Variety, but you're seeing it regularly now. And it's people. It is people. Which will bring on the AI. In film, James Gunn is busy preparing his next installments of the DC Super Family, including Supergirl, which is not Woman of Tomorrow, as pointed out, Clayface, and the next Wonder Woman. In addition, The Batman 2 is preparing to begin shooting next spring, among several other projects in development. The 10-year vision for the DC universe also includes an exciting array of television projects, including The Penguin. We already had The Penguin.
Which are they? Are
Season
they
2.
confirming season 2 on that? Because
No.
I thought
No,
they weren't
No,
going to do that.
they're not doing a season 2.
Oh, okay.
The Penguin, which was orders of magnitude better than the Batman. The upcoming new season of Peacemaker. I hated season 1. Thought it was complete trash. And the debut of Lanterns, which is the only thing I'm mildly curious about because I like the casting in it, in 2026, in a precise and measured way. The DC... what? So was it not precise and measured when they announced The Authority and got rid of that? And the Game of Thrones Island of Themyscira series or show? Or was that a show or a movie? I think it was a show.
A show.
It was supposed to be a show. They got rid of that. So now they're precise and measured, not before. Okay.
There's no confusion at all.
None.
Yeah.
Well,
They
did
got
you
rid
see
of
that?
the Amanda
Streamline.
Waller show. They've got rid of Booster Gold.
Yep.
Um,
Did you hear James Gunn talk about like okay, let's explain the canon to us? And when he was done explaining, he explained absolutely nothing. And he was using
Basically
Peacemaker.
said, whatever I decide is canon and whatever show I put into it, it's canon. Like,
Hey, you know what's canon, Mike? Jor-El's an evil pimp. That's canon.
I'm gonna need you to get
He's a
bitches,
jihadist?
son. I'm gonna need you to get as
fucking
many bitches
Kal-El.
as you can.
Get your rock stuff, son.
Spread that seed, boy. Yeah.
The
It's wild
the
stuff.
DC franchise will increasingly overlay across the studio's broader efforts, from film and TV to consumer products, games, experiences, and social.
And social?
Yeah, you're like, who's this character? Didn't you buy the soap? Duh.
Yeah.
just explaining it like that, though, I already feel tired. You know, I just
Fans
feel
have been
fatigued
waiting
already.
years for a sequel to Reeves and Pattinson's The Batman, which opened in theaters in March of 2022 and grossed $772 million worldwide. It's been a long development road for the Batman sequel, which Warner Brothers delayed last year from October 2nd, 2026 to October 1st, 2027. Warner Brothers confirmed to Variety on June 27th that Reeves has finally completed the script. While the Batman sequel will now open more than 5 years after the original, Gunn has often defended the delay on social media by writing, "To be fair, a 5-year gap or more is fairly common in sequels." And then he
Off, you cunt!
Look at the ones he mentions.
look at the
That
ones
is
he mentions.
wild.
We're talking like 40 years ago.
We're
but-
talking movies that had no intention
And
of
that were-
making sequels
Yeah.
at all.
It's not even that.
Caveat right
All
there,
of those are
Barry.
pre-internet, and with the internet,
Yeah.
people get spammed with so much stuff. Timelines are compressed, and people forget about you. They
No.
don't care at 5 years later.
So after the success of
Different
Star
climate.
Wars, there was planned sequels, and the plan was every 3 years, which is pretty good amount of time, I think.
Yeah.
I think 2 years is too quick. 1 year
Too
is
quick, 3
insane.
years is good.
But 2 or 3 years between movies is fine.
What was the
George
gap
had it
between
right.
Harry Potters? Weren't they like just a year apart?
Yeah, it was.
They made
It was a year
8
and a half.
movies in about 10 years.
Yeah, it
They
varied.
made 8 movies in
based,
10
like,
years.
They knew they had to shovel it along because of the age of the kids and everything,
yeah.
and the age
But
of the
it's-
actors. To
It's
be honest,
absolutely insane to be able to do that. Like that is threading the needle.
That
hard
will
there.
never be done again.
it will never like
No.
8 movies in 10 years from like the same core group of actors will never happen. But like to not have to do very many recast, to keep everybody together, to keep it all moving along was a pretty insane achievement, and for them all to be basically critically and commercially and audience accepted. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Printed
Like,
money
it's a
for
pretty
Warner.
stunning achievement.
Dude, Warner Brothers, they had Game of Thrones kicking into high gear. They had Harry Potter. They had Nolan on Batman. That was a really good era for Warner Brothers.
And they screwed it up a bit.
Fucked it up. So so they compare it to
Fantastic Beasts, not as.
So we're comparing the Batman. For one, let's not compare the Batman to the Terminator or Alien or even Top Gun. We're talking about the Batman. We're talking about a mediocre fucking Batman movie. Okay. So like Top Gun was a great movie. Nobody expected a sequel. Like that wasn't from that time. Nobody expected a sequel to Alien or even Terminator. You know, nobody. It was at a time where they didn't regularly put them out, and when they did, sequels always were considered to be shit.
Yeah. Well, and the other exception here,
his last example is his own Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah, you got fired.
You got fired.
Yeah, there's a blip there.
Yeah,
and like with the exception of Guardians, all of these are original ideas. They didn't have a bunch of a pre-established IP with a ton of story and characters at your disposal right there. And a character that you had in your first movie that had a successful TV show that could have helped elevate what you were about to do with the sequel. Like he had it all on a golden platter for him, and he didn't have a plan.
He had the momentum.
He made the Batman, and I think he was happy with what it was. I do not think he had a plan to keep going with it at all. You can't convince me that Matt Reeves had an idea of where he wanted to go with this franchise. I think he did it all in one movie.
Yeah, all of his focus was on that movie. He wasn't, and I mean, that's smart. That's actually smart because you can keep it open enough to where if we get one, great, but I'm not going to think about it, and it can't enter your mind. That's where Superman failed. Epic Mike is that sequel. And launching a universe was in James Gunn's mind, whether he wanted to or not. That was the deal he was that he dealt himself, and that brought the movie down. Ultimately, you have to come out and just the only thing I'm worried about is what's right in front of me. Like and that's the best way to work. Honestly, is have hyper focus on what's in front of you. An artist won't think about the next song. Some writers won't think about the next book, except for George. And yeah.
Just
do you think
FYI,
Guardians. Go ahead.
Go on.
Do you think that if Superman was sitting at $1 billion right now, that they would just be like, "Hey, we thank Robert Pattinson and Matt Reeves, but we're going to move forward with the DCU. No more out of universe stories."
Yep.
Should have done it when he took over.
And I think, on the other hand, if Superman had completely, if we're playing the ifs and buts game, if Superman had completely flopped, they would be all fast track that Batman. Fuck you, Matt.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Put up the bat signal.
We're going to continue the trend. So good.
They are fast tracking the Batman too, because it didn't look like Matt Reeves was in any state to be doing this, and then Superman.
There was something going on. There was definitely something going on with him, but
the other thing is like. He didn't have a good time making the Batman. Him and Robert Pattinson do not like each other at all. Robert Pattinson doesn't really want to be Batman. Like, there's a lot of disinterest in this project in the first place from the first go. I mean, they had a ton of trouble. There's a ton of trouble production, and Matt Reeves was like, I don't really want to work with this guy anymore.
That's the problem with a lot of good actors. They know they're good actors, and they are pains in the ass. Complete pains in the ass.
And, there's some other stories at which like are speculative, but I do know somebody that worked on these films, and with some of the stories behind the scenes with Robert Pattinson, I would understand why I wouldn't want to work with him again.
Yeah.
So
I've heard way worse things about Matt Reeves.
I have too.
Really?
I haven't heard good things about him either, but yeah,
from the horse's mouth than I have about Pattinson. Yeah.
At the meetup, we heard some stuff.
Some really weird shit with Matt
really dark, weird stuff.
By the way, just to contextualize Guardians of the Galaxy, number 1 came out 2014. Number 2 came out 2017. James Gunn was fired in between 2 and 3 and brought back and then started filming. And there was only a 6-year gap between 2 and 3. So,
Yep.
And COVID.
Yep.
And COVID.
Yeah.
And COVID, yes.
And COVID, but we're supposed to forget
But it's a perfect
about that.
example.
Just forget about
Perfect
COVID.
example.
Yeah.
Garrett.
Well, these
Jesus.
are perfect examples, which they're not.
Yeah.
Jesus, pussies.
Penguin doing so well also threw a spanner in the works.
Oh, dude,
with, them wanting
that's
to shelve it.
DC's luck. That's DC's luck. Is like, oh, we've got this obligatory series, we're gonna do it, and it turns out being like the most critically acclaimed and fan acclaimed thing they have done in years. And the same thing happened with Joker. They're doing the post Snyder but still Snyderverse era. And what's the movie that hits? The Joker. The Joker fucking makes $1 billion. Or Wonder Woman or Aquaman. Yep. Aquaman makes $1 billion fucking dollars. And they're trying to move on from all this shit, and they're like, what? Now we can't, you know?
My man.
We're just going to continue the trend of WB being retarded and constantly flip-flopping back and forth between whatever direction they want to go, which fucking sucks as a DC
They're
fan.
sticking with James Gunn for a while.
Yeah, they are. They are.
Yeah, but they still have to do it. They have to deal with this.
James Gunn's plan
in any way.
I am not convinced that James Gunn's plan is good at all.
It's simple.
No.
James Gunn's plan is James Gunn.
Yes.
That's his plan.
Following a Superman with Supergirl, that's going to make what? What's our box office prediction for? It's not going to. It doesn't cost as much as Superman. Whatever.
375
maybe.
375.
Yeah. For Supergirl, you said?
Yeah. I think it does cost as much. It's like 200, right?
Oh shit.
Yes.
Well, then that's really going to lose money.
At the minute, they're saying it's
so what we talked about it. So it
320,
makes, what does it make? Let's be nice. 60% of Superman?
No.
It's not gonna. It's just not gonna do as much as Superman.
400 million, maybe.
Yeah, just say
That's what I'm
400.
saying.
He could
Four,
do
I
very
think
few
four.
real numbers.
Depending on how well received it is, it could
There's
do.
a good chance that film could fucking fall off a cliff in a week.
Yeah. Call me a sucker, though. I'm kind of looking forward to
You're a
it.
sucker.
And maybe I'm just like,
You
My
fucking
my
hated
account-
crypto so much, Chad.
Dude, you hate, yes. And this is going to be all crypto. It's going to be all
Crypto's going to be all over this
all
thing.
over this
Oh,
movie.
you're right. Damn it, I forgot.
And she's and at least for part of it, she's going to be a drunk, hot mess.
Okay.
I am down
explain
with.
Why? Let me
Yeah,
explain
I wanna
why.
see
It's
that.
director of Cruella.
I know you're down with it,
2021.
Ryan, and I know why you're down with it.
The thing about Supergirl is I think one of the dumbest things they did with that TV show was just make her a female Clark Kent. They just wanted Superman, but in as a female, and she was like same secret identity and everything. What I at least like about this is that she is an alien who has to adapt to a whole new
Well, then
world.
adapt
that
Peter
is
David's
out of
Supergirl. Adapt Peter David's Supergirl.
I hear what you're saying, Chad.
Oh, and also,
I think at least they're
But
taking
you
it a
know,
different
so you don't
direction
think
to
they're going to take an
Superman?
opportunity to have her like in the one cameo that David Cornsweet, like she won't like belittle him or make him a fucking idiot.
She probably will.
Yeah, she
like I
probably
said, I'm
will.
probably naive.
I
about
hope you
this.
set that up.
Dynamic.
also the writer
set up.
is someone who's never written a major film before.
Oh,
Tom
that
King?
bodes well.
Great.
I might take that ahead of what we got for Superman, to be honest with you. Maybe we'll have like a part in the movie where Superman has to fly her to another solar system where they do Kryptonian abortions or some shit.
I like
we
the
can't-
casting.
We can't fucking obliterate this baby because it's protected.
Yeah, we have to go to a red sun,
hanger.
the Red Sun Abortion Clinic. So, but Millie Alcock is good casting, though. I think she's good casting for Supergirl, for sure.
I think she
was a better Rhaenyra. So.
Can we just normalize getting back to the point where basic bitch, the character looks like the actress looks like the character, or the actor looks like the character, is just the bare minimum, please?
I'd like to get back to that.
I'd really like to get back to that.
So what Az is saying is he wants Sydney Sweeney cast as Supergirl, or at least Power Girl.
Power Girl.
Look, on it, right? We could have a little joke about this, and I go, yeah, and everyone goes, right. But the thing is, even if you put Sydney Sweeney as Power Girl, nobody knows who the fuck Power Girl is in normie spheres, and it'd do nothing.
Unless they put her
boob window.
Boob window.
You see the boob
It would
window.
do
They
something
will
for
show
me.
The boob window does a lot.
Dude, I was watching the Tick, the Fox Tick season 1. Miss Liberty shows up. She's got this giant star boob window. It's fucking great. I'm like, oh, those were we used to be a proper country.
It's funny because like Isabella Merced, who looks really good when you put her in the right outfits, when they want to show her off. Sydney Sweeney, who looks really good when you put her in stuff that makes her look good. Both of them were in Madam Web.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
Sydney was
intentionally,
unrecognizable.
like frumped up Sydney Sweeney
Dude.
as much as they could. That was going to be like the whole play, right? Because then when they are then the heroes,
Hey,
they look completely different.
The
but-
Materialists had Madam Web, Captain America, and Reed Richards.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Mrs. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Mrs. Fantastic. He wasn't very
And
fantastic.
Pedro Pascal wants to be taller. That's one of
I'm
his
actually,
main
the
parts
more
of
I
that movie.
think about Fantastic Four, the more pissed off I get
Oh,
with
it's right.
how depowered they made Mr. Fantastic. The fact that he gets stretched and
And it
always
hurts.
dies, it's just like, that's retarded. Come off it. Anyway.
Yeah.
The more I think about that film, the more I hate it.
That's
Does that
all
mean- am I the only
MCU
one?
characters. that
Dude,
seem that
I watched
way.
The Incredibles to cleanse the palate. Fuck, that's a perfect movie.
I think
dude.
War of the Worlds
It's
has a better family
so-
dynamic than
Yeah.
Fantastic Four.
Yes, it does.
I think it genuinely makes you care more about the family, and they act more as a family and coordinate more as a family.
You know,
than
in War
Fantastic
of
Four.
the Worlds.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
work together
Yes,
at the end.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It had
It's-
a better message because he gets back with his family when he falls out with them at the start and stuff.
he
It's
says
like,
you got to stop drinking soy milk. It's one of my favorite lines in there.
yeah.
No,
You need more
it's
protein.
it is a wonderfully bad movie. Like
Wild.
it is fucking terrible. It's like The Room of the 2020s. Like I've watched it 3 times now. I've watched it 3 times.
I genuinely think if Amazon had pitched it as a parody, then everyone would have just believed
Everybody
them and
would have
would
just
liked
got
the
on.
movie. They were like, "This is a cult classic of our time."
It is fucking horrible, and it was made during COVID, and you could tell everybody was separate. My favorite part is when the FBI agent in Tulsa King, who plays an FBI agent in Tulsa King, the lady, when she dies, she's back at the car she was at before. So
yeah,
you,
I know
you
it's
clearly
like-
see
yeah.
her running away, and then when she dies, she's back at the. So like, it's so bad. There's artifact. There's. I told you this already, but there's green screen artifacting in this, which is just. This is a Universal picture on Amazon, and there's a scene where like a fucking Ice Cube goes, "Oh my god!" and they zoom out, and his glasses and his hair disappear in the green screen, and I'm like, Jesus Christ!
The entire movie, you can see the green screen reflection from the monitor in front of him the entire time.
You can.
And there's
It's-
no reason to green screen that monitor because there's not a camera behind him pointing at it.
Dude, they could have they couldn't even make an office. They had to green screen. I mean, it was just a blanket. It was like what we,
You know
I
when
don't
the
have a green
kid
screen,
takes
but what other
down his
people have.
green screen, I'm pretty sure he just uses the webcam mic to remove the depth perception
Yep.
over a green screen because there's artifacts around him
There's
in front
so
of his
many-
green screen that he then removes.
It's wild.
It's so ridiculous how many artifacts are in this, and the whole plot was they eat data. They eat.
I
data.
was
makes
wondering
them
where you're going to
smarter.
go there. They eat. Wait, what?
Well,
Well, the tripods.
That's right up as early.
The tripods do have a front elongated phallic shape thing, which they keep saying penetrates data centers, and then
There you
spews
go.
white robots over all of the servers.
all they had to
Oh
do
my.
is pick a member of
That's the
Friday
movie
Night
right
Tights, go to their porn internet history, and the aliens would have fed for all of eternity.
You know, I have to admit, every time you hear you talk about
Especially
the plot,
shads.
removing data with that other word makes it so much more hilarious. So
Who has
They
that
eat
shit in their
dicks.
history? You got to use
So-
incognito tabs.
In
They
War of the
still keep
Worlds,
track of you, buddy.
the aliens are defeated by
history, ain't it?
bacteria. Because they're feeding off data, did these aliens die due to fucking an overdose of retardation?
Yes, they die.
think.
How the aliens get defeated? This is the funniest part. So it turns into an Amazon commercial at the end. By spoilers, sorry. The Amazon delivery driver saves a girl by packing using a packing tape tourniquet on her fucking leg.
Amazon Basics.
and then
he actually goes,
Okay.
"Trust me, I'm a professional."
I'm a professional. And then they have to defeat the aliens with a rabbit virus that they get from all the hacker kids.
Disruptors.
By the way, that the main hacker, the master hacker, the ultimate hacker's password is his mom in the year she died, which they whatever.
That virus is his daughter's DNA that they just re-encode into a computer virus.
Yes. So
How does that work?
Yeah,
no,
but they
but
do
the
it in
best
like 5
part
seconds.
is to defeat the aliens, they need a USB drive to download the virus in. So Ice Cube cannot leave the DHS facility or bring in a USB drive, but the Amazon driver has one. But then Ice Cube has to go on Amazon to activate the Amazon the Amazon drone. So he goes into his account and pays for it. They go through the whole point. They show his account.
The whole thing.
No, the best bit is he gets
The whole
to the checkout
process
where he
of
says
buying something on
1999, and he
Yes.
goes to the guy. He's like, "Are you sure about this?" He's like, "Yeah, trust me, I can do this." He's like, "Okay then," and then spends the 1999.
what?
He didn't want to waste his $20.
He spends the 1999, and then the drone gets knocked down, and they have to bribe a homeless guy to flip it over with an Amazon gift card. Half an hour with a $1,000 Amazon gift card.
He's like, oh, I might do it then.
30 minutes prior.
No,
wait.
Customer service.
30 minutes prior in the movie, they announced that the aliens have destroyed the entire economy. Money doesn't exist anymore. But apparently Amazon cards do. So
Yeah, it destroyed Facebook, but not Amazon.
It did.
And
It destroyed.
the final shot.
Then.
The conclusion to the entire thing is him wading through a load of tentacles
Yes.
with a USB
With the
stick.
USB
and he
drive.
goes,
He's like, I love you, and then puts it in the machine.
It's the most unrealistic part of the movie that he gets a USB stick into a port on the first try.
On the first try, with a bunch of Mauler tentacles, and then he announces that he loves his family like he's gonna die at the end or whatever.
And my favorite bit about
Where
the
did
cut,
the tentacles come from?
if you look at the USB stick,
Bypass.
the USB stick is already in the port, which means they treble checked that it was the right way around before they pushed.
Yeah.
I feel dumber for having listened to this plot synopsis.
Oh, you haven't watched
Amazing.
the movie.
Everybody should watch the movie.
You have to watch this movie. It was #1 on Amazon for like a week.
Yes. This is a movie where it getting 0% has massively increased its views. If
It
it got
has.
16, no one would care.
It has. So it was made in 2020, 2021. It was supposed to be released in 2023, and they kicked it down to 2025, which I mean, it's actually appropriate coming out this year because it was such a slop shit year for movies. But dude, you have to watch this movie. It's so fucking funny.
You're selling me on it. I'm just.
It's pretty funny.
And the head of NASA is a desperate housewife. Ava Longoria is the head of NASA.
In his context, it's Sandra NASA.
Yeah.
So you don't forget.
Sandra Nash.
Even at the start,
Share that.
she's like, "Do you know anything about this?" And she's showing him lightning. He's like, "I'm not a weatherman." And it's like, why are you even asking me? I think she did get hired late to the cast. If you just cut her from the movie, nothing changes.
Nothing.
They just added her in.
No, and what's funny is like you're panning from like a phone. You're watching everything on Ice Cube's monitor, but you're panning from a phone conversation to a text, and it's really fucking slow. The pan is. It's beautiful. It's
like
it's
you
so
reading an
bad.
article.
It's like me
Art.
reading a super chat. Yeah, it's really fucking
It's
bad.
kind of realistic that there is a bit where his daughter gets something stuck in her leg, and he leaves the conversation. Go, "Don't remove it. Whatever you do, don't remove it." And then I've got someone to help you. Just leave it where it is. The guy comes in. He just shows to the camera. He's like, "She removed it."
She removed it.
It'll be better.
Oh, and she's pregnant too.
Fucking
Yeah.
women.
Fucking women.
Speaking of women, do you want to quickly share this X-ray girl? It's the Red Sun Abortion Clinic.
He looks so disappointed.
Oh no.
Who's the father?
Lobo.
Oh man.
She's just doing what Jor-El wanted them to do. So
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
It's like, I was doing my part, Kal-El. You.
No, the thing is though, Jor-El, he would
It's
want
cows.
Superman and Supergirl to
have
be
sex.
the breeders now.
Yeah, they'd be
They've got
Targaryens.
Kryptonians.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh no.
Oh yes. If he was really about that, then that's what they'd be doing.
Yeah. Listen, man, I'm gonna need you to.
They're
bang your
cousins.
cousin.
They're
All right?
practically not related in Targaryen standards.
well,
so.
maybe they're like third cousins or something. You know? Do we ever get the official like?
that would save the species.
I think it's
legal
first cousins.
places,
I think it's
kissing
first cousins.
cousins.
Kissing
you know?
cousins. Oh, whatever.
In Alabama, that's anything, but in other places, there's some restrictions on that shit.
Alabama is just a fellow citizen. You know, it's just a fellow Alabaman. All right. Hey, we saw a movie. Most of us liked it. A couple didn't. I loved it. We're not going to spoil it. Okay. So you don't have to worry about the spoiler banner. To even talk about it too much would spoil it. You got to go in really
I'm
cold.
just really glad Lindsay Lohan had her comeback, man.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, it's called Freakier Friday. No,
Yeah.
I actually like Freaky Friday. I like the first one. I think it's good. I have no desire to watch the second one whatsoever. But I did like the trailer for Weapons. The trailer tells you absolutely nothing. The trailer is basically the first couple minutes of the film. It sets up the premise of the film.
You really don't know anything until like an hour plus in.
Yeah.
Of the movie. You're just trying to figure out exactly. I mean, you know some things, but in terms of what the hell is actually happening.
It gives you the jigsaw pieces, and then you put it together, and then the second half
they
is
slowly put it together.
Yeah. To not spoil anything, the atmosphere is great. The suspense, the way they build up the story, and just the format of how they tell the story is really interesting, and I enjoyed that aspect of it. There's a lot of great little kind of nods to Sam Raimi in there, along with a bunch of other inspirations. But yeah, I enjoyed the movie. I did enjoy the movie.
I dug it as as a fan of the 80s anthology horror that I grew up on and watched, Tales from the Dark Side, the Friday the 13th TV show. I'm an old fan of the Twilight Zone, Tales from the Crypt. It's like a fucking brilliant episode of those Outer Limits. It's like a brilliant episode of that. So it's told from perspective. So it's kind of like reading a George R. Martin book. You know, you get a perspective of each character that the time kind of overlaps. So you're seeing basically the events of a day or something like that through another person's perspective.
Kind of like with Pulp Fiction or Reservoir Dogs, where you have multiple characters.
Yeah,
and
you see different perspective of a certain thing.
Yeah.
This one's mostly linear. It's like Pulp Fiction kind of plays with time a lot more, but this one's a little more linear than that.
And it's really held together by superb acting.
Yeah.
I mean, all the actors are absolutely fantastic.
Jennifer Garner can act.
Julia Garner.
Jennifer Garner. What's the difference?
Yeah, you're thinking of 13 going on 30, Gary. Come on.
Also a good movie.
Damn.
It's the freakier Friday trying to get out of
Well,
it.
yeah, everybody top to bottom was really great. Like even the crackhead kid,
James.
Oh, yeah, so
James,
good.
like, he was really good. Yeah,
I didn't know when
really good.
they're showing it from his POV. I was like, this can't be a long POV at all. And then his was kind of really went into something which was like, oh fuck.
Yeah, it gets really fucking weird.
I thought
You
he
meet
had
me
a-
somewhere.
he had a
I just
great
like really
little
want.
story.
I'm kind of afraid of police stations. Like I just don't like to go close to them.
I'm allergic
Do you bring the
or
money?
something.
It was. I really liked it overall. I had a problem with the ending.
I love. People are gonna have
Loved
a problem
it.
with the ending. I fucking loved it.
I
loved it.
I thought it was
laughing my
was
ass
good.
off at the end.
So
And that-
without
I-
telling you
in
a good
anything,
way. In a good way.
there's something intentionally hilarious that's very Raimi at the end,
Yes. Yeah.
but it's still
Horrific.
it's
but great.
a horror movie. There is gore in this. There is gore,
Yeah.
but I've seen way gorier than this.
It's not. It's
Yeah.
not very. It's
Yeah.
not very gory. It's not very scary. But there are moments. You know what I mean?
There
And
are
there
moments.
A couple
Yeah.
jump scare moments.
Yeah, it's good
in
at
it.
using
I would say it is
tension.
very
It's-
gory, but
it's good at using
intentionally-
silences.
What it does is it deliberately builds characters, like and you have these characters in a slice of life. So you're not seeing every aspect of their life or family. You're seeing them in this moment, and it's the moment after what you've seen in the trailers. A bunch of kids wake up in the middle of the night and leave, and they're all from one classroom. And that's where the mystery goes. And
There is
I
a
thought that
very
was one of the-
specific theme as well. There's a very specific theme which goes through. I was having a good chat with Mauler about it today, and we're both kind of bouncing our ideas of it. And I think there's a very specific theme. I'll
wish we
put
could
it in the,
spoil
put it in
it,
the private chat. I'll
Put it in the private chat.
Well, but I thought that was one of the weaknesses of it, that it built up characters, because I really like where you tell the same day from different perspectives. That's my favorite way to tell a story. But a lot of these characters suffered from so what? That you spend a lot of time with the first character, and then you're like, well, I didn't really learn much during that, and I wanted the end bit to be far more tied through the entire movie. So you saw more and more from each character, whereas it felt like it all just rushed out all of a sudden, out of nowhere. I'm like, oh, this is happening now. And I really liked the ending, but I thought there was a huge, really slow bit in the middle that I would have cut down dramatically.
Yeah, I don't know how the repeat viewing is going to be like this because you're there for the mystery, and it is engaging.
I'll definitely watch this again.
I will too, but I just don't know how the general public's going to react.
The first half of this movie feels like an excellent mystery box, and I was very intrigued. I'm going to be honest. I felt like this was two separate movies smashed together. I wish they would have committed to one or the other, to be honest, because when the big reveal of what's really going on happened, I was like, man, I kind of would have watched an entire film of this playing out from the start, because they switch to the one perspective for the one character and you find out what's really going on. I'm like, I would have watched this movie and really enjoyed this movie, or I would have liked something a little bit more committed to the mystery that we had. I don't know.
I like that. I like that aspect of it.
I didn't, because mystery box bullshit always ends ambiguous or shit like that. Right. And I like the way that they said, here's a mystery. These are the pieces of the mystery. Now put all the pieces together when we give them to you. Now let's go. And I really like that direction. I really like the way it kind of like almost filtered you and then took you down a specific.
I can see why this script was sought after. Like the script is very tight. And
there was a big bidding war for this.
Jordan Peele fired his representatives after losing the bid for this. So we might have gotten all black cast for this movie.
Well,
so things worked out well.
Which is
about racism or something.
Say Jordan Peele, wake up. They spat on your shoe. And it's like really kind of going viral.
You know, female Silver Surfer, Thanos, Wong, and Zeke.
Ezekiel. Ezekiel Stain.
Yeah, have all did a good job. All did a good job.
It's a rough go for Han Solo in that movie, man.
Not as rough as Ironheart.
It's good character, and I
think he's a good actor.
I liked the way it's particularly with Julia Gardner. It was so nice to see
her act.
A flawed female.
Yes,
a female that was very flawed. But that just because you're flawed doesn't mean that you're bad or stuff like that. I liked the way that characters had all the flaws, and like I put in the sort of the theme that was underlining through that. But it was great. It's great to see how the characters were specifically sort of dealing with the repercussions of these children going, because they're all affected in different ways. And so to see the POV of one, and then you kind of gain a little bit of empathy for them, then you see the POV of another, you fully understand why they could respond in that way. So you're quite empathetic to all of them. And it's a horror film, so things aren't going to work out great for everybody.
There's a little kid in it, and he's great.
He's brilliant.
He's really good.
Great. Really good. Alex, he's really, really good.
And like, to speak about the flawed female character, I just want to say for the record, if you have a drinking problem, if you're a woman out there, you have a drinking problem, and you might want to sleep with me when you're lonely, I don't consider that a flaw. Okay, I don't think you're flawed. I think you're perfect just the way you are.
Thank you for clarifying that, Ryan. We appreciate that. Ryan's setting his boundaries.
Ryan's going to make somebody a wonderful lawsuit one day.
The other thing that's really done well is
settle that shit like Disney.
They don't over-explain certain things in the movie.
Healthy at any blood alcohol level.
What was that? Comics?
So the one thing that they did really well is they don't over-explain certain things in the movie. They
No.
don't tell you everything.
No, that's why I felt like a horror anthology, because it's kind of a slice of life, and you don't get all the answers, and it makes you think a little bit afterwards. And it was great walking out of a theater with Mrs. Nerdrotic. I watched like a 10 o'clock in the morning show, which is so weird to watch a movie like this, but and discuss the movie. Like, I was like, wow, this is crazy. I actually had fun watching this, and it is fun. Like,
big time.
Yeah, it's a fun movie. So
it's got levity in there, but it's got horror and extreme creepy,
when the black humor
hits, weird shit.
It hits good.
Yeah.
Maybe
the lady that was sitting next to me in the theater was extremely make-upped, and every
Did
time
she look
I was
like the kid in the school.
I was looking over every time she would laugh at sometimes when things weren't funny.
Did you hear Tyrone Magnus his review? Somebody had a kid run through the theater.
Oh no!
That would have fucked with me. I would have been done.
Well, that's
I would have
freaky.
fucking punched
Thank you.
I was pretty like fucking tense through the whole movie because like the atmosphere they were building, and I don't like getting scared. You know what I mean? And there was just like a lot of use of silence or like moments where you start to peek around a door and you're just like, oh fuck, and then it's nothing there, and you're like,
but yeah, when
it set you up,
because you're expecting silence to be punctuated. And so sometimes it was, and then sometimes it wasn't. And so you were, it's kind of like a psychological thriller. You were getting into your own head. Yeah. You were almost building your own tension. So yeah, that first half, I was on edge, sort of on edge for a lot of it, wondering what's going to happen. And then when it all kind of fits together, I was there for the ride.
And like I'm not a fan of like slasher horror. I hate fucking
same here.
That shit bores the shit. I mean, except for the first Halloween, which is fucking great. But I'm not a Friday 13th. I like supernatural or science fiction horror. And if you're a fan, like I said, if you're a fan of if you're an old guy and like those anthology shows from back in the day, you'll like this. It feels a lot like that.
Weapons. People are questioning
Tales of the Unexpected for the UK. Remember that? We used to have our own Twilight Zone kind of a show. We called it Tales of the Unexpected, and it was a British show though. So it'd have so it's kind of like I'd say sort of kin to one of those, but
it's very much. It reminded me a lot of a Tales from the Dark Side.
Yeah.
There's been loads. Was it VHS or something? There was another one relatively recently.
There's Black Mirror, but that's all like technical stuff.
No, there's so many things that I want to talk about that are spoilers.
I know. There's so much. Like just there's a lot of it. There's allegory and there's like the theming of it and all that. I want to like talk about.
I just wish that the one character, because I'm not going to spoil who it is, but like the one character that's kind of the big reveal. I kind of want more movies with that character. I
think we will get more movies with that. I think if this succeeds, there's going to be a character that a lot of people are going to dress up for Halloween this year.
Oh yeah! Oh God, I hope not. I ain't giving anybody candy that looks like that.
See that? Just a smiley kid.
Or the smiley kids, that you see in the trailer.
The original, because the script was tweaked in the original script. There was I can't say.
You can't say. Thanks for setting that up. And the reason we're doing it for you guys, so you can go in like to this movie completely cold, because you have to. You have to. Yeah.
By we mean Gary. Gary is the arbiter of what we get to spoil or not. And if Gary likes it, we don't get to spoil. If Gary hates it, we get to spoil the shit out of it.
I do think a lot of people are going to like this movie. I mean, the audience that I was in, there was a lot of people, and I'm at in the theater that I go to doesn't normally have a lot of people in the morning. There's a lot of people in there, and they all seem to have a good time.
What's it tracking at?
It's going to be pretty big for a horror movie. I think it's going to do really well.
It's number one, right?
Movie. It's number one, 5.7 this week. Preview.
I liked it a lot. I don't know if it lives up to maybe the hype of some of the people that were tweeting about it. Like, I don't know if it's like to that level. Like, oh my fucking God.
Well, greatest movie of a decade. Like,
this decade,
I would say,
I don't know.
It's probably my favorite movie this year. But like,
really,
this year,
easily my favorite movie of the movie.
Over Formula One.
This and Formula One, I like them both, but for different reasons.
Really?
I'm going to go see. I'm going to Formula One. I'm going back for IMAX.
I would put this over. I would put this under so many movies of this year. Like so many.
Like what?
Listen, I don't know. I'm probably
I like this movie better than I like Sinners.
Oh,
I didn't like Sinners.
Well, we
I like both of them.
On that. I
like Sinners. I like Sinners. I did like Sinners.
I do think I like this one. It's better crafted than Sinners, which Sinners I think was crafted very well. But I think this one's just a little bit better.
Sinners is Dusk Till Dawn, from Dusk Till Dawn.
I don't think that's a negative. I like that's a positive.
And I do too. I love Dusk Till Dawn.
I don't know. I'm not a big horror. I'm not a big horror person, and to be honest, like partway through was like, all right, guys, like I get what you're trying to do here, but like, let's not be so heavy-handed about it. I don't know. Maybe once again, it's knowing how the sausage is made, but like watching a lot of the camera tricks that are like very, very, very common tropes for what you do to try to like trick your audience into being scared. A lot of the
Camera
sound
work was
design.
Part of it.
fantastic.
I thought the
Sound
cinematography was
camera
great in this.
fantastic.
And almost every
it's
scene
fantastic.
in the first half of this film is a slow zoom because they know that builds like anticipation
Yes,
for
with
something
music
to happen.
and tension.
And I think
There's only
I think
so
they-
many ways you could do that, Mike. I mean,
I think they overuse it way too much considering the second half of this film and the way it plays out.
Yes,
I just feel
because
like
the second half makes the first character pointless. You can't really go into it, but everything that was happened in that first character,
she was there observing. She's there. She was part of it.
She's a part of the story.
Yeah, she's a part of the story.
She's the one that
no,
everyone's
it's
blaming
not
for
that
what
bit. I'm going to
Yeah.
say it in the private chat.
Yeah, stay in the private chat.
He's gonna stay it.
Stay in the private chat.
Guys, I'm not going to spoil anything.
I like, but Mike, I like Sinners. I did like Sinners, but there's only been a handful of movies, not even a handful of movies I've liked this year that I've seen in the theaters. I still think streaming's been better, but
I just think that I don't know. There's just a lot of I'm very picky when it comes to horror films, and I think that if I'm gonna walk away with it, I would have liked one or the other. I think that the second half would have been a really good movie. I think the first half with a different payoff would have been a really good movie, but I did not like them mashed together. I walked away from it kind of disappointed.
I was not. I was very happy, but we can have different opinions and still be friends, Mike. Or I'll never talk to you again.
If you just,
I don't
if you
want
just watch the second
Well, I
half
know
of the film-
everybody's like, "Oh, he's fucking gone. He's never coming back on this show
He'll be
again."
back.
I'm like,
Fuck that. He'll be
I'm not
back
gonna
next
buy.
week.
That's by the by.
That's
though.
because you're black, not 'cause your opinion.
Yeah, I was like, that's because of my race. It has nothing to do with my opinion. But like, I just that's the thing.
No,
like,
it's 'cause
I
you're
just-
black.
I hate. I don't like being scared, and I have watched other horror movies that I think have done a better job of making me scared than this did. But also part of it is just because I don't know, man. I was hoping. I think I was hoping for a different conclusion, but then when I got like attached to the one character that I mentioned earlier, I kind of wanted them in the whole film. I just wanted more of that character, and I think I would have liked this a lot more with that character in it a lot more than they were.
It wasn't as scary or creepy as I thought it was going to be after watching the trailer.
Yeah.
I expected to be a little more frightened than I was.
It was more of a suspense thriller.
Yeah, I was
It relies on
entertained.
jump scares.
It's
So
not. It's not. a
what
very
was the
scary movie
budget
at all.
for this movie?
38.
What was the budget?
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah, they did.
Very nice.
They did a lot with what they had because I do got to give it to them. And that's the thing. The movie is extremely well acted. I don't have any like major fundamental like, oh, this sucked or this was awful. And I think everybody did a really good job. I just wanted more of this one character, and I would have really preferred that, or I would have preferred them not to be in the movie at all.
So, as
and
what
it'd
did-
be a different conclusion.
Yeah.
What did Mahler think of it? I know what he thought.
Mahler loved it.
Yep.
Yeah, Mahler and I actually, when I left this, he said, when I'm off to, we talked about I'm off to go see it. He said, call, when I finished it, he said, call me. So we had a chat when we spoke for like nearly an hour, 50 minutes or so.
Short conversation with him.
We just, I actually had something to do, so I was want to actually go off because I had to do my review of it before I came onto FNT. We were really kind of like discussing it, and we were really breaking it down and having a good time with that. And he's actually just texted me like a minute ago. I won't say what he said, he really enjoyed the.
probably.
He really enjoyed.
Oh, there he is. He's in the chat.
Hey,
What's up, Mahler? What's up?
I think that like this movie, Sinners, F1, all of those movies need to go. People need to go see those movies. Those are the movies we should be supporting.
Yep.
Regardless of whether I didn't walk away going, man, I wish I wouldn't have spent money on this. I have walked out of numerous Marvel films and DC films going, God, I wish I wouldn't have wasted my time, let alone my money. I've sailed the high seas watching those films and gone, man, I shouldn't have wasted my time.
Yeah, your data, your brain
I
energy.
I wish I didn't have to sit next to certain people. That's what I want out of it.
Yeah.
Well, I always, I don't, if I get to pick what seat I want to sit in, and if there's a cluster of anybody, I don't sit in there.
F1 returns to IMAX screens this weekend. So
hell yeah,
and it is absolutely worth watching in IMAX. It's beautifully shot. Love that movie.
Hey, the next project that Zach Kreger is working on, Resident Evil.
Oh,
what?
He's doing Resident
Is it
Evil.
a reboot or a sequel? What's going? Because
It's full reboot. It's a
Netflix series.
readaptation.
Come on, can somebody just get it right?
I know. I don't
It's
know.
not rocket scientist. Not rocket science.
Nope. But everybody
Mike,
has to
have you
put their,
watched,
everybody has to put their fingerprints on it. So, huh?
Mike, if you don't like horror, have you watched the Mike Flanagan Netflix shit, like Haunting of Hill House?
No, I actually have it on my list because I've been told it's
Haunting of
really,
Hill
really
House
good.
is good.
It's really good.
It's
It's-
good.
Yeah,
I'll check it out.
it
Yeah.
creeps me the fuck out.
Yeah,
Actually,
you know what?
the thing is,
Save
I
that
don't
for
like
Halloween,
horror.
Mike. No,
I don't like horror, but I
Better
can
than The
appreciate
Haunted.
well-written stuff.
It's not
so.
horror in the well, it depends on the horror. Like I said, I don't like slasher horror at all. Like I have no time for I don't like Saw. I don't like any of that fucking
No, I don't
Like,
either.
same
A
here.
slasher.
fucking torture porn shit.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
not
torture
into it
porn.
at all.
Yeah,
but
I
I like
don't-
supernatural, creepy, and Haunting of Hill House is so good.
I'm getting
So
goosebumps
good.
just thinking about that.
Yeah, I can't wait to watch it on Halloween,
Shit
Mike.
gives-
It's
shit
perfect
gives
for
me bad
spooky
dreams.
season.
My only complaint
I'll
is
check
that
it
this
out.
movie didn't
Yeah.
come out in October. It should have been
Yeah,
reserved
this
for Halloween.
should have been saved for Halloween. This is a good Halloween movie.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
I do
Like-
agree. Yeah, that would have been better. Yeah.
Yep. So
I think it came out at a perfect time with a horrendous lull in July for a load of shit.
there's a lot of shit
point.
coming out right now.
Nobody next week.
House of Usher was
Nobody
good too. House of Usher was
Yeah, that was good.
very good.
Oh, I got a trailer. By the way, I got a trailer on My Weapons for a film coming in September called The Long Walk.
Oh,
Which-
I think I
which
saw that too. Yeah,
Stephen King.
Looks like it could be interesting.
Mark Hamill and Stephen King teaming up? No, thanks.
Yeah.
Oh, was that Mark Hamill?
That was Mark Hamill.
Mark
in it.
Hamill. Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
I didn't recognize him.
He's the guy with the.
He wasn't
bullhorn
slurring
or-
his speech.
I don't know. With Stephen
he
King,
wasn't
it's like once I
screaming about Trump.
passed a certain age, I realized that like his writing is fucking pedestrian. So
why he's able to pump out a lot of shit.
yeah, it's just not like it seemed really cool to me when I was younger, and then when I read it when I was older, I was like, yeah.
Like, oh, this is
And
weird.
it's before
Kids
all this
having sex with
bullshit.
each
This
other?
is before any of this bullshit. Yeah, it was way before that. I used to really like. I probably still kind of prefer Dean Koontz to him now. But
What'd you just call me?
Dean Koontz. 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 Dean Koontz.
When George R.R. Martin gonna get a little more pedestrian and finish his books,
Fucking hell.
or take a fucking walk, fat bitch?
Yeah.
He'd be the first to get a shot in that fucking film.
King's got some good books, but most of them are just meh.
Yeah.
Meh.
I mean, when you just pump out stream of consciousness constantly, like
Yeah.
you'll get hits and misses, but I definitely think he has a lot more misses than for sure.
Read some Joe Abercrombie. That guy has some good shit right
You
there.
see the people that are
Yeah, dude.
now. When's New York Comic Con?
October?
There's now a new hope going around that George, since he's going there, is going to announce Winds of Winter.
I
at New
doubt
York
it.
Comic Con.
That's called copium.
That's the new hope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The new Cope. Listen, I'd love for him to release it. I was telling Ryan earlier, I've gone down that fucking rabbit hole of lore and all that other shit, and it just ain't happening.
He'll go on stage, have a heart attack, and die, and we'll never know what happens. He's never finished those books.
He'll get the words out. I have finished.
A
And then he comes back alive and he's like, Dunk and Egg book 4.
By the way, you heard the Dunk and Egg news, right, Ryan? So it did get picked up for season 2 and 3, but they're half-hour episodes.
You know,
Is that for season 1 or 2 or 3?
is it
All
only
of them.
6 episodes?
It's going to be 6 episodes of 35-minute episodes.
Honestly, those
A movie,
little
basically.
novellas, I think you can do that in like 3 or 4 hours. I really do. That explains why it wrapped filming so fucking quickly, because it did feel like that was over and done, especially like the first one where it's all one location at Heron Hall. You know what I mean? That's a pretty straightforward one for them to shoot.
The reason they said they delayed it was they needed something for that quarter, and they just didn't have anything. So they felt like they had enough for that, which I fucking hate that reason. But
the problem is now, guess what? Great, it got renewed for seasons 2 and 3. What about seasons 4 and 5? Those books aren't written.
those
Well,
books aren't
fuck.
written yet. Hey,
Yeah, good luck with that.
but dude, we're getting 2 battles in House of Dragon season 3. So we get the Gullet and the Battle of Tumbleton at the end.
The one we were supposed to get in episode 9 of
Yes.
season 2.
Oh, and they'll probably finish it in 2 or 3 years. Probably. All right, let's get Soups. Let's get Soups rolling the wretched. 4 parts for $100. What up, Roland? Says, congrats to Gina, but it would be remiss of me not to mention my disappointment of not getting a KKK struggle session. Deadline's article had more typos than one of my super chats, and when Gary grammar polices your article, someone needs to be fired, and that is true. That is true. Speak of struggle sessions, if you didn't watch Ian's channel last Friday, you missed one of the low points in YouTube history. Ian had a 3-hour struggle session with Tash. Who's Tash? Tosh.
She's a super fucking annoying character.
Okay.
She's awful.
Tonight he is playing Stellar Boobs, which won't be an epic dumpster fire. Well, thank God. Thank God.
Yeah.
Transitioning to another dumpster fire, Terry, X-Ray, and 3/4 Gay had the wrong stuff when playing Star Trek Bridge Crew. Best part was putting X-Ray at the helm. Yeah, that was dumb. And her first words were, "I'm trying to figure out how to move forward."
It's like Star Wars.
I was pushing the W button thinking that's forward. It's not.
Lean into the stereotypes, he says. Today's read is Matthew 5:4. Blessed are those who are retarded, for they are entertaining. Hail FNQ Fellowship, Chat Mods, Little Thor, and RIP Pizza Time Pizza. Dan Vosk is jerking Beardo on Gay Island instead of finishing his song. Until next time, so long, gay boys! Salute. Well, I mean, we could do another kind of salute, but
Does your heart go out? Huh?
my heart goes out.
Big Mike, no.
Over there.
I was just stretching.
No,
My arm hurts.
Take
my
my
elbow
heart.
keeps
Yeah,
cracking.
you know, take that. That's yours. Yeah.
The best thing, it was in a Geeks and Gamers Daily chat, and they were talking about Sydney Sweeney being a Nazi, and some guy randomly says, "I'm giving her a Nazi salute in my pants."
Yeah, it's just very out of left field. Yeah,
That was funny. Noons,
people are starting to call her Adolf Hitler.
It writes itself.
it really does.
Yeah.
Noons has gifted 50 Nerdrotic memberships, $250. Noons, I'm gonna see her in Egypt. That's coming up. That's crazy.
Yes, it is.
Going to Egypt.
And there's seats now. We added some seats.
Five spots. Yeah, seats, because we're only going to sit in chairs in Egypt.
What? Seats in the...
And some guys are going to carry us around like the
Like
pharaohs
we're
of old.
Arabian Nights.
Yeah.
Oh my.
That'll be fun. It's going to be like the only part I'm not looking forward to is it's going to be like going to Tijuana, but worse because of there'll be a bunch of kids trying to sell you shit there.
Yeah.
Like it's going to be
Haggling.
bad. Oh, the haggling's going to be bad. PGMD81, a rant for 50. Says, Hail Fellowship, you all rock. This show is awesome. Keep on trucking. Thank you. We like it. I have fun doing it. It's still fun. If it wasn't, I wouldn't do it anymore. Hammerin' TV for $49.99. Gary is the greatest gamer in the world. I'm just going to leave it right there.
Been playing Battlefield 6.
No, I'm going to be picking up some gaming this
Oh,
week.
I did you Disparu drink.
This week, I am gaming. I'm going to... Ash, you want to help me?
No, you're nearly there. You like this week. I'm gay.
Ming. I mean, it's
You're gay
same
for
as
Ming
last
the
week. I mean,
Merciless.
nothing's changed.
What day? What day?
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Okay, Thursday's good.
All right,
Thursday's
Thursday's
good.
Thursday's good.
Okay, Thursday. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm the greatest gamer in the world. You need to check it out. Don't mind the early access bugs, though. As always, keep up the good work. Hail to the Fellowship. What am I supposed to check out? Battlefield 7, 10, 6?
I want you to title your stream "World's Greatest Gamer."
I will.
Yeah.
Plays Battlefield 6.
Yep.
Ranked.
Well, it's the
I
demo,
haven't
it's the
played
demo.
Battlefield
Oh, yeah, that's
1
right,
through
early.
5.
Wait, doesn't
It's
the
all right.
demo
You don't need
finish
to.
at this
Okay, you don't need
weekend?
to.
It's not
don't
like it has
have
a
to.
complex story you need to keep up with. We just track the kill death ratio.
Do you-
Well, it's not going to be. It's
Kill
not going to be
Death?
Battlefield 6. It finishes at the end of this weekend. The demo.
Killed by Death? That's
Well,
a
no,
great
'cause
song by
there's
Motorhead.
No.
It goes till the end of this
Oh.
weekend, then there's another one next weekend.
Okay.
I'm going to play The Witcher, and I'm going to try not to burn my horse.
Well, ride off a cliff facing the other way. That's my favorite.
Find the door.
You got a
Get out.
long way to go.
I think he just buried the baby at that point.
I did bury a baby. I buried a baby.
Oh, you got that far?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's how far in the game.
Pretty far, actually.
Ah.
I think it's like
I mean,
favorite
it's not that
storyline
far,
in
but
that game.
3 streams in, guys. He's actually not
Nice.
doing too bad.
Nice.
Are you playing this on window looking? Yeah, you are actually. Yeah.
I am.
Yeah. Journalist mode.
Journalist mode. Diego Salazar for 1,000 Martian pesos says, what James Gunn gave us was Jorhamid from Cryptistan.
Tonistan.
Jorhamid.
God.
Amazing.
That's kryptonophobic.
Church Jack Z for $49.99 says UK anthology question for Az and Disparu. There was a mid to late 70s British show on US public TV that was different hard sci-fi story every week. I swear, one week it was the anthem by Ayn Rand. Haven't seen it since. Was I imagining this, or is this real? Was there a mid-70s like sci-fi anthology show? Or sci-fi like Outer Limits?
I mean, there was the Tales of the Unexpected. Was it that? I don't know when that started. I think I was going for a few. It was definitely in the 80s, Tales of the Unexpected. I don't know if it was in the 70s when it started.
Was it like Ayn Rand's?
Garth Marenghi's Dark Place?
Well, if you haven't seen it, you should watch that. Garth Marenghi's Dark Place is
right.
amazing.
Tales of the Unexpected went from 79 to 88.
The show killed me.
Possibly Tales of the Unexpected.
It might have been that, yeah. Well, I mean, because Twilight Zone wasn't just, it was science, it was fantasy, sci-fi, horror.
Yeah.
So it probably was the
Tales of
same
the Unexpected
thing.
Could be a different, you know.
Neil Oakley has gifted 20 Nerdrotic memberships for $100. Neil! Hail, Neil. Jeremiah Hembry for $10 says, can someone tell me why I'm happy for Clayface? The fact that it is a ADC comic horror film for $45 million, can someone tell me I'm wrong? But is this the right amount of money for a movie? Yeah, it is. I have no problem conceptually with Flanagan doing a Clayface movie. I think that makes sense, especially at $45 million, and you make it rated R and you make it Elseworlds. Okay.
Yeah.
But he's not, though, is he? It's now going into the gun. It's now part of the gun verse.
That's the thing. It's like, I love the idea of Clayface. I love that character. I like the story. Who's Batman? What Batman. It's the same problem with Venom. I love Venom. Where's Spider-Man in that? He's not in
Correct me
it.
if I'm wrong. It just feels like something you should be doing once you've established your DCU.
Yeah.
Down the line.
A long way down the line.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Or you establish that these are all going to be disconnected movies and they're all going to be, I guess, whatever.
That's why you didn't start off with Guardians of the Galaxy, right? You had to build up to being able to do Guardians of the Galaxy.
Because that would have failed.
The MCU worked because they took the core characters that they had the rights to and did their origin stories and built everything up with their classic villains, their classic side characters, pretty much adapted the comic books. And then you built a world with characters you cared about. And then you could start doing different things, having them fight each other, introduce Guardians of the Galaxy, have a talking raccoon, and it all worked because you had the foundation before. There's no foundation here. What's the foundation of the DCU? What is it?
James Gunn.
That's it.
Yeah. Yep.
And it's another case of them like just wanting to eat their dessert first instead of taking the time to build it up. And I know people have done it before, and I'm tired of origins, and that's fine. You don't have to tell an origin story in the introduction movie, but you do have to establish the character and only that character.
Yes. And that's the thing, like, and you said it perfectly with like Superman earlier, like it's open-ended, expecting that all this is going to be a connected narrative. Some of the worst MCU films are the ones that obviously did not have a isolated single story to tell and wanted to get into, we're setting up for later, and later this will be paid off and stuff, and it just doesn't work. Like, these characters need their own stories, their own narratives told, and then if they're gonna run into each other later, awesome. that'll be great to watch, but that shouldn't be the expectation. So, yeah.
Yep. Controversial statement. Man of Steel established things better. Didn't go very well after that, but it did. As a standalone Superman movie, it focused on Superman the whole fucking time.
And then he went, we're bringing in Batman for next film, and everyone's like, yes. And then he went, we're going to put him in his end of Batman story.
We're going to have an end of Superman, end of Batman story arc.
With the death of Superman, and Wonder Woman's going to make a cameo to introduce him. You're like, fucking what?
Slow down.
Yeah, it fucked it up.
And Lex Luthor has hair.
It fucked it up. But as
Jesse
I said on Twitter yesterday, if
Alexander Luthor.
If Man of Steel was released today, there'd be 2 Superman movies in the theaters. Thank you very much. I'm here all week. Mike likes D. Mike likes D, says Pedro for $2.
Pedro would know.
Something to say, Mike?
So nice, you said it twice.
That must be a different mic or something.
Yeah.
Somebody else.
Casualty for $9.99 says, I tried to watch War of the Worlds for memes, but I gave up 5 minutes in because the editing almost gave me an aneurysm. It was too clean and cut so many times. It shouldn't have been released. No, it should have never been released. And the editing is atrocious. It's utterly atrocious, but not as bad as the acting. Ice Cube's acting is next level bad.
Can we please show this? Can we please show this?
Is it a giant green dildo? No.
If you want, if you want,
this is a perfect representation.
This is from QBG.
That's
this is
crazy,
from our beloved QBG. Okay. Yeah. Oh my god! The play.
This is it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
That's amazing, dude.
That's it.
I'd watch that movie.
I got criticized on that because the production value is too high.
It is.
My bad.
It is.
Too realistic.
Too realistic.
Yeah, absolutely
too
is.
realistic.
Hotly for $4.99 British pounds proper money. First time super chat. We will not be gentle. And longtime lurker. Quick question. You seem to rip on Comics Division for his height. So how tall is everyone here? Mods 2.
Oh.
Mods 2.
I don't know about the mods, but
I don't know.
5'10".
I'm
6 foot.
5'7".
Yeah, 5
foot. Yeah.
I think
6 foot.
5'9". 5'9".
About 5'10", 5'11", something.
But I'm shrinking because
That's
I'm getting
not the
old.
joke, though.
Well, I think
Comics
I'm a
Division is
fraction
3'2". Okay, so now you know.
He
gets transported to the meetups in a matchbox.
I'm like that
I'm not
much
gonna
taller than
explain the
Gary, and
meme.
I'm 5'11", so...
Yeah, I was gonna say Gary
I'm
may have been
I'm taller than
when he,
Az.
like, got into
Well, I'm
prison.
5'11" and 3/4 if we're being pedantic.
And Az isn't taller than me. What are you talking about?
I'm taller than you.
No, you're not.
I'm like that
Nope.
much taller than
No,
you.
you're
dude.
not. No, you're not.
Your hair is not
Hair counts, motherfucker.
you're not measuring from there, dude.
They're gonna get ever greater wigs over time. Like competing.
The Mass Marvel for $5 says, I'm so proud of Miki for being on FNT again. LOL Tardo. Ha ha. Did Disparu say Comtract a la Alan Partridge? I don't know. Did you?
No, I said contracts, but I may have.
We may flub our language once in a while on this show. I mean, it's just, it's part
I
of
find it during editing. I just leave it in. I was like, well, you got a problem with that? I'm the wrong person to go to.
Yeah. Bob the Lobster is gifted 5 Nerdrotic memberships for $25. Thank you, Bob. Vault 95 for $1.99. Epic Mike adds the energy FNT has been missing lately. Have we been missing energy? I thought Ryan was gone.
Energy.
We're just super low energy here. Yeah. That's what we are.
Please clap.
I
Please
have a
clap.
fucking headache, to be honest.
I just have low impulse control.
You woke up at 4 in the morning.
I did have to wake up really early, and then I had to spend the day desperately trying not to scream the N-word in a theater for 2 hours. So,
And he failed.
Welcome to my
failed.
daily life, Ryan. Okay. I have to see myself in the mirror every morning. Yeah.
If you answer your phone
yourself
in
watching
the
a
fucking
movie.
theater,
You say it all the time.
dude.
Kick
If
my
you
door
answer your
open.
phone in the theater and don't leave, you should be lobotomized. I think that should be
here's the thing.
national law.
The phone rings, right? You hear the
That's
ringtone,
one.
and it went off like 3 times, and finally the last one, stupid fat bitch stood up and answers it, and like, hello? Like, I'm in the theater. That's why I didn't answer the phone first time. And as she's walking down the stairs, she's saying this in the middle of the fucking movie.
Yeah. And the
There's
worst part is
literally
you can't-
nothing that could be happening in her life. that
Yeah, I was
would-
going to say, and I'm
yell
sure
at
that call had something to do with national security or something.
can't yell at
Probably
them
getting
because
a
they come
call
in
from her-
packs.
She was probably getting a call from her fat diabetic mom complaining that her fucking food stamps won't buy her like nasty junk
Soda
food shit
anymore.
That's probably-
The batting soda.
She was an executive of a
They
major
let me buy
corporation. Come
alcohol
on,
with
man.
this. I can't buy my wine.
They don't let me buy my Skittles with this shit no more.
Probably Smarties.
You can't yell at them either because they come in packs and they'll beat you up. So.
Yeah.
Toontown was
Wait.
getting in the cars, too.
I only,
Excuse
yeah,
me, please. Do you have a packet of black people?
tell you what, yeah, it's amazing when a fight breaks out how many of them show up. You're just like,
Coming out the woodwork.
Well, I used to be a bouncer at a bar, and I got real racist real fast when certain groups came in. I'm like, yeah, my half only goes so far. So
Cole Hauser for 5 Canadian pesos. Ara says, I'm Ryan's biggest black fan. I'm the only black guy who has where are we going with this? Who has a Ryan poster on my wall. Well, I see where we're going with this. Hail FNT,
my
hail
God.
Ryan, praise Ara. Oh, cold storage looks good.
He has a picture of me in my Egyptian headdress up on his wall in his office at work.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
it's amazing.
That's a great place to work if they allow that.
Yeah.
I think he runs a place, so
He runs the place, yeah.
There you go.
everybody else is fired.
I'm the boss. I'll do what the fuck I want.
Shaggy Rogers book reviews for $1.99 says, let's get one thing straight and 2 things gay.
Done.
Here's my lurker tax, Miki from Pantarox for $2. Thank you. TWF for
No tax.
50 Australian dollars.
That's like a whole $2 American.
There you go. First, how are Az and Disparu coping with Keir Stalin's
Keir
UK
Stalin.
SSR's firewall? Second, on a lighter note, what is everyone's favorite, spell it right, okay? You don't need a fucking U in
You
that.
did.
Preferred fictional weapon of choice. Ooh.
My favorite thing about
Fucking
Kia's name is
lightsaber,
it
bro.
rhymes with everything. Like
Yeah,
that guy can
particularly
have.
queer.
Yeah. Because
wrong with
it's
that name,
surprising
right?
round of male friends.
His whole thing is immediately brought to heel when you go click on your VPN and it all falls apart for him. So there's that.
Lightsaber. I think that's
Yeah, like there's no better answer than a lightsaber. There's
I
not
don't
one
know.
fucking
Like,
human being in
Andrew.
history that is not
Andrew,
pretended
the
to be
flame
a
of the West. Yep.
Andrew.
Ooh, that's pretty good. Lawgiver Mark II.
Gunblade. Gunblade from Final Fantasy VIII.
Very good. Very good.
What'd you say? What'd you say, Shad?
Andrew.
A drill.
No.
No, Andrew. But like,
That's a weapon.
A drill.
Yeah,
that's
what's
like
Like,
a,
no.
It's a sword.
it's just like I can make a sword that looks like that now.
Whoa, 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 whoa. That's not just a sword.
I've got a whole
Oh,
video on this.
Are you an elf? Are you an
Now-
elf smith?
Come on.
Now,
I
if you had
talk
said
about the
Sting,
unique
which
properties of the
glows when
designer,
orcs are
right?
closed,
So
then
I
you
go-
know.
I've got
That's
it.
no, that's
nunchucks.
also very interesting.
What do you mean by you swords?
I mean, you people.
It's like I think that like Blackfire,
Blackfire.
and Ice,
Blackfire,
and
yeah.
Dark Sister, like
No,
I do
Dawn.
think that's cool.
Dark
Dawn.
Sister is
Dawn's cool.
gorgeous.
Dawn,
Dark
yeah.
Sister
But
is
it's like
great.
to me, it's like those are just swords. Like I can get a
What
sword
about
Make some
right
great,
now.
Ryan.
Can I get the
What's wrong
spinny
with-
disc
what-
from
what- you have something against
Kroll?
swords?
Can I get the
Yeah,
Kroll
those-
spinny disc thing? Like the
Yeah,
little...
maybe that is a fictional thing for you guys in like the UK and fucking Australia. They make it so difficult to get funny objects.
No, I actually do love those swords because they are so functional and realistic. Because those you could use. If you
I just want a pistol because we can't have those.
It's like a
44 Magnum.
Firearm
They might as well
It's like
be
a
imaginary.
Fictional weapon. Yeah. I'd
I
have to
want a
think about
lizard
that.
Yeah, like the best
Like
weapon
new
that gives you
magic.
magical
Oh,
properties. Well, I'll go power sword from He-Man.
I just want something that summons like
Lightbringer.
Power sword from 40.
That's a good point.
Now that's a
If we're
magical
talking
sword.
weapons.
Lightbringer.
Okay.
I'd get a shard blade.
A mech.
Is Lightbringer
cool.
gone?
I was gonna say a Veritech. I don't know if vehicles,
Yeah.
but if not, I'll go with the
Buster Sword's
lightsaber.
also a beauty.
I think.
I'll screw you up. I'm picking my own sword. I'm picking Imperious. One from my book.
There you
It's
go.
got any power that I decide it does.
Exactly. I get to make the power for it, so that's my pick.
I guarantee
poke
you, if
people with
I had a lightsaber, I'd have no legs in about 5 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Like, how does this work? You're like, oh no.
My sword can chop a mountain in half, so there.
There you go.
You
Big enough lightsaber could do that.
do you really feel the need to kill mountains that often?
Well, actually, when it's coming towards the city, yes.
It's like a Don Quixote situation where it's the mountains are evil and
When used as a weapon.
Somebody said in the chat, "Freakier Friday," but Ryan just swaps places with a black person.
I would watch
movie about
That's Friday Freak Off.
They did make a movie.
Friday Freak Off.
Friday Freak Off.
Yeah.
Friday,
I finally gets the
Ryan
pass.
would love that.
Yeah.
He could say the N-word to his heart's content.
Bro, there's
Yeah.
there's an episode of
Like, this is what I
He
want.
just
Freaky
spends the whole
barbershop.
day
Chat,
they all
screaming
think
the
he's being
N-word at black
friendly.
people. He goes, "What's the problem? I'm one of you guys."
Chat.
There's an episode of Always Sunny in Philadelphia where they magically swap places with black people, and they're like,
Yeah.
It's such a good episode.
There's like a music up, it's like,
dude.
"What are the rules? What are the rules?"
Oh, dude. The ending of that episode is so good too.
It's fucking hilarious.
It's so fucking good, and that's now on Disney Plus. Buy physical media. Chris Nolan wants you to buy physical media. Buy physical
by the way,
media.
Yep.
Trailer Park Boys got another season, 10 episodes.
No
New
shit.
season coming. Yeah,
Awesome.
coming next year.
It's awesome.
There you go. Sonic screwdriver is not a weapon, despite what Stephen Moffat and people after that thought. Sonic screwdriver is
it's not.
not a weapon.
But it
is
can
a
now
tool.
summon shields that you can push around for some reason.
Shooty's Sonic screwdriver was fucking terrible. It was a
Oh,
remote
that was
control.
Tenants.
Yeah, it was
Tennant's
Tenants
the
that
one
was
with the
doing the
Yeah,
shields. Yeah.
Well, and then we had like the butter dildo from Jody. So
Oh
Well,
my God.
yeah, Cuties was a plug. Like,
Butt plug.
Instead of lead
yeah,
paint.
butt plug. Yeah.
No.
I bet that's what they based it on. Legit. I'm not even
Yep.
joking.
Yeah.
Thunderstorm for $9.99 says Bob Ross paintings from the start till the end of his show linked together was a journey down a river. Beautiful, pretty trees.
Loved watching Bob Ross paint.
Yep.
there's no
Ryan
mistakes. Just
Ryan
happy
Kinnell
accidents.
Happy accident.
for $10 on the Streamlabs site
Oh,
says
boy.
Odin just knocked on my door selling raffle tickets for disabled orphans. I said, screw that. With my luck, I'd probably win one.
Oh. Hey, comics. Legit question, dude. Are you getting a nosebleed being this high up?
How are you enjoying those man tits, Az?
Fucking, I can play with them all day.
Alrighty.
You don't know whether you're
It's going to be the Gene commercial soon.
transgender men.
Ryan
American
Kinnell.
Eagle are calling me up, dude. I'm getting fucking work.
Ryan Kinnell for $10 says, what is it called when Jeremy's mom is in labor? Constipation.
Damn.
That's what he gets for not being here. Ryan Kinnell for $10. What's the word that starts with N and ends with R that I never want to call a black person?
Neighbor.
Neighbor.
Plastic. But for real though.
Ryan Kinnell for $10 says, did you know Jeremy got canned from his first job for drinking on the job? What's worse? It's a sperm bank.
Oh my God. Oh, that's disturbing.
Oh my God.
That's a good one.
All day.
That's crazy, bro.
That's a good one.
Oh my God.
Fuck.
I ran into Ryan someplace and he said, I was running out of jokes. He's all, I'm running out of jokes. I guess you're not running out of jokes anymore, Ryan. That was really fucking good. Hey, Gary, I'm 4 weeks sober from Jim Helmet for $5. Hey, what? Congratulations. That's a month. Go get your 30-day chip. I'm feeling so much better physically and mentally. You're an inspiration. Glad I met you guys at, is that Urban?
Urban, the pizza place.
The pizza place, yes, in San Diego. Oh, that's right. It's spelled URBN because we don't need any more vowels other than the first one because that's not modern enough. Urban was good, though. It's good. Hey, it was great to meet you. Congratulations on your sobriety. That's awesome. A month is great. That's when you actually start feeling a little bit human again. From Snex for $5 says, from the diary of Ryan Kinnell, I was out today and saw a fat chick with some pepper spray. I need that kind of confidence in my life. Okay.
Oh, no. That's pretty good, actually.
Yeah.
It is good. Maybe she bought the pepper spray when she used to be skinny and hot.
Yeah, maybe.
Whoa.
Yeah.
She
Maybe
thought it was seasoning.
It was pre-COVID. Orange Ugatten for $2. Not orangutan, it's Orange Ugatten. My lurker tag.
Still one of the most shocking things maybe I've ever experienced in like the history of my online shit. Like, yeah, we all like mispronounce things.
Yes, we do.
Jeremy thought orangutan. The word orangutan.
I was listening.
And he tried to pronounce it and he said Orange Ugatten.
There was a clip I saw the other day of Shroud, and he saw the word trades, and he's like, Trades? Trade.
Isn't
Trades?
wait, isn't there shiitake?
Shiitake
Yeah,
mushrooms.
Shiitake, which is supposed to be
mushrooms.
shit take. That's
Shit, take mushrooms.
so. I think I missed it and said shit take on his fucking. You're supposed to go shiitake. Yeah. But yeah. So my lurker tax. Don't pull a drive by on me, Mike. No, he's going to pull a drive-by on me because I'm taking all of his fucking lurker tax.
It's everywhere. It doesn't matter. No matter where I go, somebody's paying
I
lurker
call
tax
it a black tax.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Yeah.
with that.
Blacks.
Black's tax.
Reparations.
BLAX.
It's my reparations, yeah. I'm collecting reparations for Mike, and just like a typical white guy, I'm keeping them. I appropriated his reparations.
Every time I go out in public, I feel like I'm the one that deserves reparations at this point.
M. Poe for €11.99. I would like to know if Gary thinks woke is gone, and also what is far right. Ryan Kinnell. Just kidding. What is far right? A Nazi, probably, I guess.
No,
what
they're
is
left
far
socialists.
right? Well, they're
Depends on
nationalist socialists, but that's from the
Far right is anything
Far
slightly
right.
left of Bernie
If you're
Sanders
being
these days.
honest, right wing should just be anarchist. If we're being honest about directions,
But he would also
The
be
far right
monarchist.
would be.
yeah. Right, the further right you go, the less government you have. The further left you go, the more government you have.
Well, I hate
Like,
National
far right
Socialists and
used
I
to
hate
mean, like-
communism. So
It's much like the way I look at it is much like the same way that you're going to evaluate cancel culture versus consequence culture. It's all going to depend on your perspective. There are probably some people out there that would consider me far right. There are some other people, like streamers, that do this would be like, wow, that guy's not nearly right enough. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, it all
I mean,
fucking depends on your perspective.
It used to be associated with white nationalism and stuff like that.
Yes.
But then what the mainstream media wanted to do was to label anyone who was leaning right to be appearing as racist. And so they would label
Or
them all as
extremists.
far
So, in other
right,
words, the
and they'll
term
start to call
doesn't mean
the-
anything anymore. There used to be
Yeah, it doesn't mean
Tom
nothing.
Metzger. I mean, if we're going to go back to the 80s when there was the white Aryan resistance and he was doing Tom Metzger was doing a radio show he was too controversial for the Ku Klux Klan. So he started his own thing called War, and he did a little radio show out of Fallbrook that the skinheads will listen to. That was considered far right back then. But Shad is right. Now anybody is far right who doesn't agree with some
if you're just
wacko
a
commie.
normal conservative.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're just a normal conservative, they want to call you that to try and make normal right-leaning politics appear racist and taboo. And
Well, the
that's what
extremists
mainstream
more
is
like
Yeah.
is what they're trying to paint everybody to the to the right of Stalin.
And
at
do
this
I
point.
think
I'm not
woke
having a
is?
communist call me extreme.
Do I think woke is gone? No.
No.
Absolutely not. But the desire for the public to put up with it, is gone.
Yeah.
And the culture has shifted, but woke will always be around. There'll always be some form of DEI. And to think, I mean, that's kind of normal.
Woke actually swings between both political sides.
But if we're talking about like uber commie type of woke, that shit's always been around, but it's never driven the culture or driven society. It's always been, it's like a furry. It's always been in its little corner and we can laugh at it. But then it really infected and took over society over many, many years. And it's going to take that long to get rid of it. But it is poison for our society and it will rear its ugly head again. That's what a culture war never really ends. It stops being a shooting war. It could turn into a Cold War. But it got to horrible levels since Obama came in and really ushered an era that was always there. Like political correctness, if we want to like dial, that's really got bad in the Clinton era. And then Bush, the uniparty pushed this shit. So it was both Republicans and Democrats were pushing this shit forever. And it got horrific. They overplayed their hand. And now it's swinging back the other way as it should have years ago. See, that's the thing we talked about earlier on in the show. It was very artificial what happened in the last 4 years, and that's why it failed. That's why it failed. But like, I know Piers Morgan has a book like "Woke is Dead." It's never going to be dead. Like it's never ever going to be dead. You're not going to see Hollywood putting on fucking MAGA hats anytime soon.
No. And the whole Sydney Sweeney controversy is proof that woke isn't dead because there's still people out there that hold true to the ideology.
Shooty Gatwa just got a perfume ad.
Yeah,
a perfume ad.
How many
balance.
I think the Sydney Sweeney thing was more people making fun of the small amount of people that were complaining about it. There wasn't any institutions. Nobody came out and canceled anybody else.
Well, you're right. That's because the majority of people have
live in
rejected
Seattle.
But
there's always been a balance in like entertainment. The guys that have the money typically lean right and are more conscientious of like things. And then listen. Most of the time, like the people that want to put on costumes and dance around and pretend to be other people are not straight and they're not right leaning. So like those people have to be held in check. And so you had people that were in power that said, no, that's a stupid idea. We're not doing that. That's not going to make any money. And you had people that said, yeah, that'll make money, or that seems like a good idea. Let's take a chance on it. And a lot of those guys got canceled and a lot of those guys got called out during a certain movement. And then they lost their jobs. And then the people that took over their jobs were a bunch of sycophantic people who don't have any concept of making money. They're not interested in that.
And Hollywood already told you what they were doing. So they had woke, which was edutainment. It was designed that we can get away with anything. We're just going to lecture you.
Social engineering.
Now it's social impact entertainment, where they focus on the entertainment first. They try to give you what you want and try and work out how much they can crowbar in.
And how much they can sneak in. So Disparu's absolutely, you're not going to get everything you want. You're just not. There's supposed to be a balance in the world, by the way. I don't want one extreme taking over for the other.
Exactly.
Nobody fucking wants that. Yeah. So we're usually it's the normal people being caught in the middle of two extreme sides, but one extreme side completely and utterly took over, which was the psychotic progressive communist left. And the ones, and they still to this day hide the fact that they're communist. They'll call socialism, but that's what they want. That's what they desire, and they have been for years and years. And it will take years and years to look at the school system. It's rotted here. I can't speak for the UK, but here in America, it's rotted. It's disgusting.
Yeah, it's awful.
You should find ways to maybe not have your kid in public school now. We did it. We did it. And as a not a secular religious person, I put my kid in a religious school, in a Christian school where he got a really good education. And that's all I gave a shit about. And if they want to teach him some stuff from the Bible, cool. No problem. I have no fucking problem with that because he got an education and it wasn't an indoctrination. When they taught like little Bible courses, it was just like little morality tales and stuff like that. In his public school, it was straight up religious zeal fundamentalism with the woke.
Because like those private schools and those religious institutions, they want you to know what they believe is the truth, and then they give you the option to decide what you want to do with that. And that's how actual faith takes root, versus telling somebody this is what you have to believe, and if this isn't your worldview, well, then there's no room in this world for you.
Or they even say you're a terrible person if you don't believe this, and so do it or you're a bigot. Basically, is the undertone.
Yep. And my kid got the best education at a Christian school, the best attention. The people were fucking marvelous people. And and here in Texas, they were all packing, which was fucking awesome. So
Nice.
So there you go. I was very happy with it. And my kid didn't learn from the kind and gentle San Francisco public school filled with a bunch of 22-year-old communists. He didn't learn shit and he got ignored.
Yeah.
And that was in the special needs classes. So fuck that system. And the unions, which are completely commie, who protect fucking pedos, are the ones who ruined it.
Yep.
Brock, who has gifted 50 Nerdrotic memberships, $250. I remember my kid had to step over fucking crackheads and homeless people to walk from his bus or the car that we're dropping him off in to get like 50 feet to the school. Oh, and they closed the school one day to film The Matrix 4. So fuck that fourth Matrix film too.
Yeah.
So so the Wachowski dude who thinks he's a chick could film a shitty Matrix movie. But yeah, he had to walk over homeless people. They had to shut it down because a homeless guy wouldn't leave the front door and he was getting violent with like the kids and shit like that. Yeah, it's a fucking hellhole. Cheap Skink for $2 says there's a word warning in here. I'm glad you put it in yellow, X-Ray Girl.
You're welcome.
Very on brand. Here's my lurker tax for knee. Garrett.
Grow.
Tax for Mikey. Thank you. I mean, God. I reviewed an entire movie called the Magical Society, or the American Society of Magical Negroes.
You got everyone to say it in that video. It was like
I did.
compilation.
Well, I was very proud of myself that I had black people saying it, and then it went to it ended with as saying it. So I went from black people to Asian people to white people. Ryan
headdress
with his headdress on.
Yeah.
That fucking review got 1 million views. That's so fucking funny. I thought it was going to get demonetized. I got an Acolyte video that got demonetized. But the American Society of Magical Negroes doesn't.
No.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not sure they can demonetize it because it's just Spanish. So how would any system filter it out?
Just a word.
Well, that's the name of the movie. Like, what are you supposed to do? Not say it? Like, that's the best part about it.
According to the actor, you're not supposed to.
Well, that's the best part about it is they thought, well, if we name it this, then they can't say it. No, absolutely, yes, you can. Like.
No, he said that making people uncomfortable was the point of the title. It was intentional.
I did not feel uncomfortable saying that
didn't
word
either.
at all.
It was the writer of the next Star Trek comedy is also the writer or the creator of Dear White People.
Yes.
And he went, oh yeah, so, that thing, you're probably uncomfortable by the name, but whatever, you're all watching it.
Yep, Star Trek Academy is written by the guy who did Dear White People.
That's the first live action comedy, not Academy. Although they are sharing writers.
They are. Okay. But what's? Oh God. So, by the way, what the fuck's is Ellis? Nepo baby, billionaire Nepo baby who owns Skydance, who took over Paramount.
Warren Ellis?
Not Warren Ellis. Warren Ellis is a comic guy who got canceled because
that's right.
He was really ugly, but he used his talent to fuck women because they thought if they fucked him that they would turn into writers. David Ellison. There you go. And he should have been canceled for that. The women knew what they were getting into.
Tried to suck talent out of his dick.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which works.
Didn't work.
Which works, ladies. It might get you jobs. It works.
Low jobs.
Ryan's all, it totally works. Yes, it does.
Try to put that out there. Don't fake news these people.
So,
women need to know.
Ellison
if
took
I was
over.
more talented, it might be appealing to
Skydance
people.
has officially taken over Paramount, and the fact that they didn't cancel Kurtzman Trek as their first act shows you that they are not serious. They are not serious. So Kurtzman Trek will continue.
Look, if that live action comedy comes out, I will.
Oh, dude,
I myself laughing.
And let's be clear, he's not because I thought he was. He's not talking about Star Trek Academy, which will be unintentionally hilarious.
Yeah, this was advertised in 2024. It wasn't at this hall mentioned.
Star Trek Las Vegas is going on right now.
Wait, is
How
that
many
back?
people turn up?
It's
3?
back. Yes, it's back. It's called Star Trek Las Vegas again. It is back.
Okay.
Shocking.
That was the last con I did
Bring back
get
the experience.
legit dirty looks at. Like legit people were mad dogging. I was walking around with a I Stand With Vic shirt there. You know, so Vic Mignogna.
It was pretty empty then. I can't imagine.
It was pretty empty. Well, that was
more
right after COVID,
busy
yeah.
now.
It's not.
You want to walk around with one of those fake babies,
Can't
see if
be.
you get more or less.
You know what it
funny
looks like? An
looks.
AARP convention. That's what the Star Trek convention looks like.
When you said fake
that's
babies, did
unfortunate.
you mean Beyonce?
Steve-O has donated $19.99. Thank you, Steve-O. Eric K for $10 says, Eric, come on. If Gina gets a new show, does anyone really expect them to not ruin her legacy? No. Either through bad writing or doing a Hawkeye, making her into a joke. I do not trust them. I do not know why she would. She should. She might feel like it. There's a lot of Cara Dune fans, like legit Cara Dune fans out there. Maybe I can't speak for her. I like Gina a lot. I think she's a really good person, and I'm happy if she's happy. If she's asking me, which she's not, I wouldn't. And I agree with Ryan. I would not fucking go back. Fuck that. I'd go get roles somewhere else. Go work for the competitor. But yeah, fuck working for them again. Hell no. Don't do them any favors. And Disney Star Wars would be bad. Like it would just be bad for anybody's reputation to work for Disney Star Wars. It's not a good gig. This guy for 10 Canadian pesos. I once asked Ryan if he was racist. He said no, because racism is a crime and crime is for black people.
No.
All right. We're going to wrap it up there. We'll get the rest on Monday. And I'm going to check out. And I don't know. Go hang out with the missus a little bit. Let's go around the horn. What do you got coming up? Odin. Oh, you're not here. Comics division.
Well, 9 p.m. Central my time, I'm going to be playing Stellar Blade. So come check it out. It'll be a lot of fun. Great hang out with you guys as always, and see you next weekend or next week.
See you next week. Comics. Thank you very much. What do you got coming up? X-Ray Girl.
Tomorrow, Sassy Saturday on Wicked Virtues channel. Then more Star Trek Bridge Crew with Ez and Garrett and Kara. I might drive the ship. Is it called driving?
Oh my
Fly.
God.
Are you gonna rear-end the ship?
Helmsman.
Drive the fucking ship.
I'll parallel park it eventually, okay?
No, you're an
It's
Asian
the
woman.
sun.
You're never going
It's
to be
in
able to
space. You've
parallel
got
park.
enough. There's enough room.
I just want to press the red alert button. That one's the best.
That is the best button.
Yeah. So that'll be fun. And of course, Forbidden Frontier. And we have Luke Caverns coming on.
Luke.
Yeah.
All right. Garrett.
Hey, Egypt's coming up. If you like Forbidden Frontier and want to go to Egypt with us, there are new seats available, and I'll keep calling them seats. There's 5 of them, and you could be sitting in one of those. So there's that. And then Mondays, I stream my own games. I'm probably going to play some Mad Max. I'm going to continue that after I played RoboCop, The Feminist Dream. After that, Normal World. That's it.
Is that DLC? Is that a pass or a thumbs up? What is it?
It's a pass. It's an overall worse game than the first game. Just play the first game again. The first game doesn't stop down and make you become a black woman of science. So that's positive.
Well, that's just
And
assumed
feed
at
her
this point.
cats.
And feed her cats and
that's
water
assumed
her
as well.
plants. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there any stereotype that she doesn't hit?
Absolutely not. No, she hits every single one.
Chad.
Same as always. People know where I'm at.
All right. Cool. Thanks.
Nothing
Nice,
special.
nice quick there. Ryan.
My channel is called Ryan Kinnell RK Outposts. You can subscribe to me if you want. That's about it. Sports Wars, Geeks and Gamers. Today's a great day, Gary. Do you know why today's a great day?
Why?
Because we're one day closer to death.
Oh my God.
Shorter of breath and one day
Oh
closer
my
to
God.
death. Yes. Good lyric from Pink Floyd right there. Yeah. It's my birthday month too. Should celebrate me.
Jesus.
Okay,
For the
girl.
whole month.
Let's go.
Go watch Freaky Friday.
Speaking of one day closer to death. Az.
Yeah, normal stuff.
All right, thanks, Mike.
Yeah, tonight 8:30. I want to be doing Resident Evil 8. I think I'm going to be finishing it tonight.
Ooh, nice.
Then Saturday I'm going to try to play a little bit of Battlefield 6 with Disparu. I want to check that out. And then usual Geeks and Gamer stuff throughout the week. So be sure to check it all out. Appreciate you having me.
Hey,
yeah,
thanks for coming on, man. I've got videos and live streams and a book. The end.
Link in the description.
Link in the description.
For all those things.
For all of those things. Everybody, enjoy your weekend. Thank you for all the super chats and donations. You help keep the lights on. We'll get the rest on Monday on Nerdrotic Live, 11 a.m. Monday, and on Rumble. And is there anything else I'm forgetting? Oh, yeah. Thanks to the Modrotics. Thanks to everyone who participated. Thanks to everyone who lurks. We'll see you next week. Ciao.
Bye-bye.
Probably late. Oh, Friday night times. Radical lights and highly organized. It's Friday night times. Friday night times. If you're still not offended tonight, oh, Friday night times. Rest assured that the chances are high.
Do not come. Do not come.
I'm gonna come.
Dame, dame.